saw bits of the Real Madrid game. I'm sure by the time I tuned in, that incident had happened. I saw the second goal. I can't tell. What I can tell you, though, Michael, is that the general conversation in Spain concerning officiating, lots of the fans who go to watch the games are very unhappy with the officiating levels in Spain. I speak to different fans. Everybody complains that the officiating levels are so bad. Every week, there's one story or other about a referee who didn't get one call correct and all of that. So there is an officiating problem in Spain. That I can tell you. As to the specifics, as to whether there is an agenda against one team or other, I can't confirm that. But what I can tell you is that when you speak to people in Spain, they do say that there is an officiating problem all across the league.
Then yesterday too against Oviedo, you see what the Houston did.
What did who?
The Houston Madrid defender.
No,
he held Solomon Rondon.
That's what I didn't see it, so I won't be able to speak to that incident.
So right now, no, I want to ask you. So what about the girls? The money, they take it there.
Well, we are still following up. We are being told it's, they say bureaucracy. It has to go here. Somebody has to sign. Somebody has to approve. So we are still following up.
Okay, thank you, Nathan.
All right. Thank you. 725 054 257 1061. 054 257 1061. Hello.
Good morning.
Yes, good morning.
How are you doing?
I'm fine. Emmanuel, how are you doing?
I'm not doing well.
What is wrong, Emmanuel?
Hey, Beta.
Emmanuel, lower the volume of your radio. I keep telling you this.
Me, I'm not wearing anything. I don't know.
So whatever it is you are listening is because as soon as you talk, the noise is bouncing all over.
I don't know what is wrong with my phone these days.
Okay.
It be like the demons they disturb my phone.
No problem. So what is the problem then? You said you were not well. Mm-hmm.
Charlie, this is our team. What is wrong with the team?
When the season started, I told you that do not have expectations. I told you. You didn't listen.
See, we are seeing the mistakes too. We are seeing the mistakes. Look at this Beende or what do you call him? See, this guy can't deal with even area balls. He can't command his box as a goalkeeper. You can't command your box. He's just standing there. He doesn't talk. And for Bruno, Charlie, the complaint is too much. Bruno like complaining too much. A captain way you talk, captain way you complain like that. You are even you are even take a penalty. And you are complaining again. You are not even focused on the penalty you are going to take. Why won't you sky it? Why would you sky the penalty? You just complaining anyhow, unnecessary complaining. And later, we don't have a bench. We don't have a bench later because when they took off Casemiro and Ahmed, see, when they took off Casemiro and Ahmed, the two people came to replace them. Diego Dallo, and how they call it, that Ogate guy. I mean, that used to be one over here. Charlie, Ogate, see, Ogate doesn't deserve to play for Manchester United. This guy can't even pass a 1 year pass. He comes into the game.
Emmanuel, I told you. Did I not tell you?
Listen, we are seeing all the photos. See, we are not even. We are watching it on screen. We are seeing all the photos.
Emmanuel, and very good. So I've told you, Emmanuel, relax. I've told you that if we are 6 hours away, we are thousands of kilometers away, and we can see the problem, and the one who is at the stadium cannot see the problem, then why are you worried? Why are you worrying your head?
Listen, this place, we can play better formation with this place. I don't know why we are still playing this 4-2-3, this 3-4-3, whatever. Tell it. What is this? Yeah. you put a striker, which I think is not even needed in this team, and you go and put him on the pitch. So why do you buy the striker? This coach, Charlie, he doesn't know the team is coaching. It's like Amorim doesn't know the team is playing with. He thinks he did Portugal, where he coach Sporting City. That be all in mind. This is one of the greatest clubs in the world. They are coaching. They are playing with it. This comes once in a lifetime. Instead of you to grab it, you are playing with it. Fire will burn him. See, fire will burn him.
Okay. All right.
The fire will burn him. It will hit him hard, and we doesn't even know where it's coming from.
Okay.
Because how can you be playing the good low?
All right. There are other callers, so let's give them. All right. I said it. 054-257-1061. 054-257-1061. Let me take this caller. Hello.
Hello. Good morning.
Yes. Good morning, Gamel.
Yeah, man.
Please kill the radio for me.
I've done that already.
Okay. All right. Please go ahead.
Anytime Ray is raising, I'm happy. Anytime they come on you, Ray the more in the car, I'm happy. Ray, good morning.
Good morning. Gamel, how you doing?
I'm good.
Yeah, you'll be good.
So cool.
Take your time.
I have the recording.
Take your time for Sesco. The new manager will unlock the goals.
Ray, do you know there's a very distinct possibility that Benjamin Sesko can actually go through the season and not score?
Oh yes. The way things are going, it is possible.
It is a very there's a very strong chance he can play 38 league matches and not score even one.
It won't surprise me.
You can score. So my won't go happen.
With Amorim.
It's true. But the penalty too, don't let him play.
So you see, it doesn't sound as strange as you think it is. You think it sounds strange. He can actually play the 38 games and not score one single goal.
Sorry. I remember when the transfer window started, it was like, hey, I stopped. Bad players. we have won 7.
I envy you guys.
Anyway, it was a nice weekend for me.
Okay.
I put on 5-0 on Gary's wall.
Okay.
That we are going to demolish them 5-0.
Okay.
So it was one of the easiest games of the season.
Okay.
So for us, we are happy. We are flying. Everyone is happy. In fact, most of our debutants, most of our new players had their debut in front of the home crowd. Even Doman says can do something. Team had to say. Anyway, we are just hoping to take the EPL. And I told you guys that this is in the EPL. It's Arsenal's bona fide property.
Okay.
It shall come to pass.
Well, let's hope it does. I did back Arsenal to win. Let's see what happens.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you, Jamil. All right. 054-257-1061. 054-257-1061. This is the Sporty Breakfast. Give me a call. Let's react to the weekend's serving of European football. If your thing is Italian football, talk to me. Spanish football, talk to me. French football, talk to me. English football, talk to me. I think you have the caller on the line. Hello.
My guy.
Yes, sir. How are you doing? What's your name and where are you calling from?
I'm good, bro. I'm ready for Madinka.
All right, please go ahead.
Usually. I shout out to Kevin and Raymond were there.
Yes. They are here. Thank you so much.
Raymond, I hope you're not shaking.
Raymond is fine. Raymond is okay.
Oh, yeah. Everything will be fine, brother. Don't shake. Things will change. Yeah. I don't think Amorim is the right person for the job. So you have to sack him.
Okay.
Yeah. So, Charlie, let me go to La Liga. Even over the weekend, City break my heart. But Barca make me happy. Because this comeback that we did the last weekend, it shocked me, sir. But it don't really shock me because you know what you can do. So it doesn't shock me. So that's my thing. Yeah. So Amorim, is not the right man for the job. So they have to sack him.
Okay.
It's better, yeah. If they will be in top 10 or top 15, top 4.
Okay.
So they have to sack him. Yeah, bro. Thanks.
All right. Thank you so much. 054 257 1061. 054 257 054 257 1061. Let me take this caller. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, good morning. What's your name and where are you calling from?
My name is Sammy. I'm calling from Apollonia.
All right, please go ahead.
Yeah, I'm a Ghana.
All right.
So I called you guys last weekend. One of the panelists was asking whether we were able to replace Partey. So I'm also asking whether he's seen the replacement for Partey or not.
That I would not know. I was not on air last weekend.
Okay.
Raymond was not.
It was one lady. I called her around 4 p.m. It was Thursday.
Sporty FM.
Thursday at 4 p.m.
Yes. Well, I don't recall the actual time, but it was a lady that asked that question.
Thursday at 4 p.m. probably must have been Sporty Drive.
Yes, something like that.
And I don't know which lady is on Sporty Drive.
Well, it was a lady and a guy, but they were asking me whether Arsenal have been able to replace Partey and other questions.
Okay, I get it. So why don't you call them back on the same show?
No. I want to talk to you later. Yes. I want to talk to you later.
Okay.
Let's talk about my Arsenal.
No problem. So I'm just trying to understand the preamble of last week Thursday's show, how it connects to this one. I'm just trying to understand.
Okay. So they were asking whether Thomas Partey, I called on the show and I was telling them Arsenal is the most complete team in the Premier League right now.
Okay.
So they were asking whether we've been able to replace Partey because without Partey, Arsenal is not complete.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm asking today whether they've seen the replacement or not.
Unfortunately, they are not here. Take it easy. I get it, but they are not here to answer. So I don't know if you want me to answer for them.
Please help them because they told your line. They are all Manchester United fans.
Charlie.
It sounds funny, eh?
I'm still struggling to understand the point of this conversation. Like, I don't get where it is going.
Oh, okay. Then I have to drop that conversation.
So the people said something on Thursday. Today is Monday.
Yeah.
Today you are on my show.
So
but you are answering their question that I don't even know about. Anyway, please proceed.
Okay, I'll try and get them.
You can call them back on Thursday. So please proceed. If there's any other thing you want to tell us, please proceed.
What I want to have is my joker, Charlie. The man at the moment. Yes. I only want to see him play against Liverpool. That's why I'll give my honest judgment.
Okay.
When he's able to score against Liverpool, then I'll know we have a number 9.
Okay, let me ask you a question.
Yes, go ahead.
So what if he doesn't score against Liverpool? Does it make him a bad striker or not?
No, I will not judge him by that alone. We have other matches. But I want to see him play how he plays against Liverpool.
Okay, all right.
That is what I want to see. Against Liverpool, he's struggling a lot.
Yeah, I know. I ask because, it could be that maybe on the day he may not have an opportunity to score and he may be asked to do something else. So that's what I'm asking. So will you judge him because, let's say, he doesn't score?
No, I'll not judge him by that.
Okay,
no, not
all
that.
right.
But you see, when we played against Manchester United, he didn't score.
Yeah.
But he did a lot of work for us.
Yeah.
Look at how he bullied Delay.
Yes, that's it's part of a striker's job description too. So
that is what I want to see him do to Van Dijk.
All right, we'll see. If we have life and strength, we'll all see that game.
Very well. I'll call back when it does. Okay,
no problem. Okay.
Thank you.
All right, 054 257 106. And I'm trying to understand which lady must have been on Sporty Drive. If it's a Dubia there, Dubia doesn't even like sports that much, right? I don't know which team she has adopted though, but yeah, 054 257 1061. 054 257 1061. 738. Give me a call. I want your reactions to the weekend serving of European football. Whether you support Barcelona or Real Madrid or Atletico Madrid or Marseille or PSG or Lyon or Sassuolo or AC Milan or Inter or Man United, Arsenal, Chelsea, City, whatever. Just let me know. 054 257 1061. Let me take this caller. Hello.
Yes, sir. Good morning.
Yes, good morning. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Well, I'm Dada calling from Herefordshire.
All right, please go ahead.
But I told you last week that Chelsea will bounce back this week.
Yeah, you did.
And you see what we did.
Yeah.
Now the boys are back. The red champions are back in the system. Watch out for Chelsea against Fulham too.
Okay.
Massacre them.
Okay.
But tell Raymond that is Manchester United is disturbing people on the ground. Yes, it's point my destiny. Oh,
they did what?
For Man United. And
they did what?
And they mess up.
They did what? What did they do?
They spoiled my bet yesterday.
In the year 2025, why are you even adding Manchester United to your bet slip? I don't bet, but even I won't make that mistake.
Man, but I thought they lost the game against Arsenal, so they will score against Fulham.
That rage. Are you serious at all? When you look at Man United, do they look like a team that will win a football match? Hey, hey. I don't bet me. I don't bet, but me. If I were a betting person, it is the biggest mistake I will never make. Man United to win a football game. You are better off saying Man United to lose a football game.
All right.
Okay. All right. That thank you so much. Hey, betting people. Hey, Nana Kwame and the guys, can you come and give people advice? You are betting on Man United to do what? Win a football game. Wow. Hello.
Yeah, hello.
Yes. What's your name and where are you calling from, please?
My name is Oscar.
All right.
Already.
Oscar, please go ahead.
Yeah, my darling club yesterday, Madrid.
All right.
Yesterday, 2-0.
Okay.
So this season, they should not accept or they should not want to Madrid to perform like that because it's a new coach and it's a new status. So those fans, where they worry, they for relax, everything will be. But this season, it will take La Liga by sure.
Okay. So, all right.
Have a nice day.
All right. Have a nice day too, Oscar. Thank you so much for calling. 054-257-1061. Talking about Real Madrid, strangely enough, every time I tuned into the Real Madrid game, it was just before they scored. So when I tuned in first, it was 1-0. When I tuned in the second time, it was in the build-up to goal number 2. And then I decided to move on to other things. Hello?
Leader.
Yes?
The way of this Arsenal fans.
What is your problem?
The way of this Arsenal fans. Yeah, every time I tell you, Arsenal fans.
Emmanuel, you have had your take. Your team is not doing well. Their team is doing well. So let them enjoy.
The way they are bluffing.
Hey, Chairman.
I won't make the season end. They come and tell us that we did well.
I beg you.
That's why we smell pepper.
You and I, our team is not winning. If they are winning, let them enjoy themselves. They have every right to. Let me take another.
We play too much, then we see party replacement. But there are what did they play?
Emmanuel, I don't understand you. They are winning their games, okay.
Let's wait.
They are winning their games.
We'll see whether if their team is good or not.
Anyway, Emmanuel, don't call back. Don't call back.
Oh no! I just want to play something.
Okay.
They are happy, no?
All right. Let me.
Remo, just calm down. Ruby Amorim there is not the one for the job. We'll sack him.
All right, 7:43. Let me take a few more calls and then we proceed with the discussion. 054-257-1061. Hello.
Hello.
Yes. What's your name and where are you calling from, please?
My name is Taj. I'm calling from Ashina.
All right. Please go ahead.
Pardon?
Please go ahead. Go ahead. You are live on air.
This is Sporty FM, right?
This is Sporty FM.
Hello?
Yes, this is Sporty FM. Please go ahead.
Okay. First of all, I thank you people for the good work you people they do. I'm a United fan, and I want to talk about our team.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Amorim, our coach. I wonder how they play players out of their position. Somebody like Ahmad, who is last minute player, who can perform at any time. If you see last season, last minute, the minute before, if the whistle hasn't been blown, Ahmad will score goal. And I don't know if you people they notice them what they came from how do you call it, Portugal. Then he they favor them.
Mm-hmm.
No one them make it stay inside the bench. He they favor them. So I wonder maybe that one will keep causing cry. He will feel losing job. But secondly, I want to contribute about Ghana football.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how in the tournament where the points are counting.
Sorry?
And then the tournament where they use points to count.
Mm-hmm.
And then the team with 5 points will win against the team with 7 points. I don't know where that law can be. So if you people were explain that one for me,
okay, all right. We'll explain the GHALCA top 4 rules. But before the explanation, I think it's important for everybody to know that all the clubs that played in the competition had copies of the rules. They knew what the rules were. You understand? We'll explain the rules a little later, so you can still tune in. Anyway, thank you. Okay, I don't know. Should we take a few more calls? All right. I mean, let's take one more call, and then we end the calling segment for now. 054-257-1061. 054-257-1061. 054-257-1061. Let me take this final call for this segment. Hello.
Yeah, hello, good morning.
Yes, good morning.
Yeah, I'm the champion calling from Mr. Home.
All right, the champion, please go ahead.
Yeah, I'm a Chelsea fan.
Okay.
Yeah, and this morning I was, last Friday, I was happy that we won 5-1.
Mm-hmm.
And Joao Pedro gave 2 assists and scored a goal.
Okay.
And the Arsenal fans, we wait to see at the end of the season because the way they are shouting their mouth, we wait for them.
Okay. Sure. All right, that's our point. All right, thank you for calling. This is still the Sporty Breakfast. We'll put off the calls for now and proceed with the conversations. All right, 7:47. This is still the Sporty Breakfast. I said I wasn't going to take any more calls. My producers, I don't know if I should take. Should I take call? Two more calls. Okay, you said it too. Let me take 2 more calls. Hello. Hello,
Nathan.
Yes.
Yeah. Good morning.
Good morning. What's your name and where are you calling from?
My name is John, calling from Katwa. You know, my prayer saved me.
What's this?
You ended the call, but my call has come to you.
Yes. My producer said I should take 2 more calls. So thank you to my producer.
Yes.
All right, please go ahead, John.
Yeah. My team is Chelsea.
Okay.
And we were able to track West Ham by 1.
Okay.
And what I wanted has come through. That is, I wanted Joao Pedro to score for Chelsea, and he's been able to do that.
Okay.
And he gave 2 assists too.
Okay.
So that is good. And there's this news that I'm hearing that there's going to be exchange of coaches. That is, Graham Potter has come to Manchester United, and Amorim is going to West Ham.
I see. That's quite interesting. I clearly see that the 2 managers want to relegate the team, so that's okay. Formula for relegation.
So sorry for my UN. Charlie, yeah. But I don't know whether to do me or what? It's like I always add them to my sleep. I don't know whether it's
see. I in the year 2025, nobody, nobody, whoever wants to make it and win something from betting will ever add Man United to their slip. I don't know why people do it. I don't know why people do it. It beats my imagination. If you want to add Man United to your betting slip, I'm not a betting person, but if you want to add Man United to your betting slip, either bet that they will concede first or they will concede at any time, because it will happen.
Okay, and I want you to do one thing for me.
Yes.
Please call Coach Nimley and tell him, that's cool. Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you. All right, let me take the final call for the segment and then we proceed. 054-257-1061. Let me take this caller. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah.
I'm Felix calling from Kaswa.
All right, please go ahead.
Yeah, my team is Chelsea. I'm very glad we won this week, and you go to watch out for Estaval William.
Okay.
That guy is good. That guy is really, 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 really good.
Okay. All right. Thank you. 10 minutes to 8. All right, let's put a pause on the calls. Let's get into the chit-chat concerning the Premier League. All right. Raymond Yamada is still here. Listeners, you can also send us your WhatsApp messages 054-257-1061. 054-257-1061. That's the WhatsApp number. You can give us a call. I would love to hear from you. Ray. where do you want to begin?
Oh, well, the obvious...
The elephant in the room.
Yeah. Nathan, Ruben Amorim now has a Premier League win percentage of 24.1. 7 wins in 29 games. The same exact percentage as Neil Warnock. 27 wins, 27 out of 112 games. Neil Warnock was twice relegated from the Premier League.
Yeah.
That is where Ruben Amorim finds himself.
Okay.
You see, Nathan, as a coach, you always have to find a way to reinvent yourself. If you are stuck in your ways, this is how I play. Whether I have players who fit that profile or not, I still want to play that way. You try to force your players to play in a certain way, shoehorn some of your best players into playing roles they are not accustomed to. Look, nowhere in the world will Bruno Fernandes be playing that deep in any midfield in the world.
Yeah.
To the extent that he's telling us that Kobe Menu is struggling to get playing time because he's competing with Bruno Fernandes for that midfield spot. Clearly. And this is a player who managed 8 goals and 10 assists for United last season. A very horrible season. Okay? You again have Ahmad, who was United's brightest spot until he got injured last season.
Yeah.
He managed 8 goals and 6 assists for United last season. Playing as a right winger. Offensive midfielder.
Yeah.
Playing in that offensive role. Later. You now force this boy to play with defensive responsibilities. So he has to do a lot of tracking back. At a point in time in the game yesterday, he was tired. He couldn't give off his best, really. He struggled. So what is this Amorim's decision to shoehorn players into certain roles they are not familiar with? Look, you have a team that has 2 players who throughout last season were players who carried their team on their shoulders.
Yeah.
Cunha for Wolves scored 15 goals, 6 assists. Mbuemo, 20 goals, 7 assists. Nathan, which team this season in the Premier League has acquired this number of goals from any team this season in the Premier League? Okay. The quality these boys have offensively. Nathan, which other team in the Premier League has these numbers? Not Man City. Not Arsenal. Okay. Yes. In terms of the Premier League acquisitions, which player did Arsenal sign that has these numbers before joining Arsenal? Nobody. Okay. Premier League experience. I'm talking about Premier League experience.
You're talking about like, okay, fine.
Of course, Gyökeres, I mean, he's not a Premier League player. But in terms of Premier League experience, which other team has these numbers?
You mean that Gyökeres wasn't signed from the Premier League?
I'm saying that, you know, these are players who delivered.
I want to make that clarity before somebody calls to say that we said Gyökeres is not in Premier League. We haven't said that.
Nathan, a combination of 35 goals. Which team has it from the Premier League this season? No. So if Amorim has these players and he's still struggling to get the best out of these boys, struggling to get these boys to play with a lot of freedom, a lot of flair, then clearly, at this point, I cannot blame the players. But I'll go straight for the coach.
Yeah.
Look, Shaw. Eric Ten Hag tried him in that role, playing as a centre back, left-sided centre back. He's tried him. Look, it's not worked. It's not been the solution to United's defensive issues. It's not been the solution. Dogu, that's lots of running, end product all over the place. But you can see a bit of improvement from what he did last season. Can you keep Dogu in that three-man defense?
Clearly no.
Can he stay in that number 3 role and then move forward when he has to? Okay. And then you try to play a back 4, get a proper number 2, get a proper right back. United have struggled with right backs ever since the Silver Twins left. I don't think anybody.
Raphael more specifically.
To a certain extent, Valencia even did a good job there before he left. But after that, look, we brought in Wan-Bissaka. Basa. Then
good on the defensive.
Dalu also came in all over the place. I mean, Nathan, we've not seen any proper right back at United, but there were right backs on the market. United closed their eyes because in Amorim's mind, Ahmad will play as a wing back for him. Nathan, how does that happen? Then you come to the center of the park. You see, and that is where I've always said that, look, United don't have any proper midfielder. Mm-hmm. The experienced one doesn't have legs. The inexperienced one is not yet that finished product. Okay. Who else is on that bench? Ugarte, I don't know whether it's experienced or inexperienced or just not good enough. Ugarte has clearly not justified.
He's a very limited player.
He's not justified himself in that role. So Nathan, when you go to Brighton and you say you want Baleba and they say 100 million, then you run away. Thinking that Casemiro, the old man, can play like he did 7 or 8 years ago. It won't happen. So I don't know. And you see, Nathan, the bedrock of any solid team is for you to have a very tight, compact midfield. A midfield that can fight, a midfield that can battle. So yesterday, for most part, you could see Fulham controlling the game. And they were controlling the game because they didn't have to deal with any midfield. Once they got the ball, all they had to do was to face the defenders. Bruno Fernandes playing in that role, he got tired. Casemiro got tired, Ugarte came in. Ahmad got tired. Dogu at a point I didn't even find him in the game.
That the Ahmad switch for Dalo that left me absolutely gobsmacked. I couldn't believe it.
And you see, Nathan, there should be a solid link between midfield and attack. United don't have it. And that is why Sesko will come into the game and will not know where the supplies will come from.
I said it.
Sesko will come into the game.
I'm saying that, Ray,
be making the runs, the balls will not go.
There's a distinct possibility that Benjamin Sesko will play the season and not get one goal to score.
If things continue the way they are, If things continue like this, clearly, I don't see. Look, Sesko comes into the game, takes up positions. Nobody is ready to release the ball to the channels for him. Nobody is ready to find him. Yesterday, it was the goalkeeper Palhinha who created the best chance of the game. Correct me if I'm wrong. Kevin, you watched the game?
No, I was at this.
He was
Nathan, in terms of chance creation, United's best chance of the game. Best chance of the game came from Palhinha, the goalkeeper. Not from Bruno, not from Ahmad, not from Casemiro, not from Cunha, not from Mbuemo. It came from the goalkeeper. Everybody should be worried. Nathan, everybody should be worried. Look, Euro has improved this season. The elite looks good, but there are still question marks.
Okay, let me ask you this: if you had to construct a Man United team, right, with what they have now, what would be the 11 that you would pick?
Push Luke Shaw back to his number 3 position. Play the league in Euro 4 and 5.
Mm-hmm.
Manage Dalu in that number 2 position until you get a better right back.
So you would switch to a back 4.
A back 4. Okay. Play Bruno Fernandes behind Sesko.
Mm-hmm.
Put Cunha somewhere on the right. Mm-hmm. So you are playing a 4-3-3.
4-3-3. Okay.
Cunha on the right, Mbuemo on the left, Sesko through the middle.
Mm-hmm.
Then in that midfield, you either play Casemiro and Kobimenu with Bruno Fernandes in front of them.
Mm-hmm. So Casemiro and Menu
will now be the screen in front of the defense.
Okay.
So you limit Casemiro's forward runs. You limit Menu's forward runs. So they are just supposed to make sure they are mopping up everything that comes in that midfield and finding Bruno Fernandes. So Bruno Fernandes is that your number 10.
Okay.
Then Cunha would play from the left and try to cut in and do his thing. Same for Mbuemo, cut in and do your thing.
Okay, so
4-3-3.
Assuming that doesn't happen, I don't know the next time Man United will actually play a back 4, not with Mr. Amorim.
Oh no, with Mr. Amorim, he won't.
Okay, so assuming that he's still there and United insist on playing a back 3 with this template,
later he doesn't have the men.
Who would you play?
Later he doesn't have the men.
The other day I asked.
He doesn't have the men.
The other day I asked the question, Kelvin. I'm going to ask you this thing too. Is it that Man United's players cannot play in any system outside a back 4, or what is the problem?
The problem is the coach, and I've said it. You play to suit the materials you have. If you think your materials available, it's not right for you to play that system, or if you are playing it and it's not working, you quickly alter it. When David Moyes took over Everton,
when you say alter, is it the shape or the personnel?
The shape.
Okay.
And the shape would always go with the personnel. It's the kind of shape you want to play that decides or inspires you to put certain players in those positions. On any day, look at the sort of performance Ahmad started giving Manchester United before his injury. At that time, I think United had shifted to the 4-back system, and Ahmad was playing as a wide man. It was more like 4-2-3-1 then, when Kobimenu had actually gotten into the
This was in Ten Hag's. Getting to Ten Hag's.
When Ahmad started, yes. When Ahmad started, even when Amorim took over, the team is just set for you. You have very good defenders. Just put your back 4 in there. Now Luke Shaw playing in the central, like as part of a back 3. It doesn't make any sense. And coaches have evolved. They've changed. When Pep Guardiola struggled to have, a very good defensive midfielder to partner Rodri, what did he do? He brought on John Stones. That season that they won a Champions League, and Stones was just wonderful in that midfield. When it gets difficult for him that he cannot find players to put in through, he had to bring some of his best creative players in central to play deeper. Look at what David Moyes did. He just decided to change the whole dynamics about Sean Dyche's setup. At Crystal Palace, Oliver Glasner took over the team, and then he said, no, come on. Philippe Mateta is my man. Play the game with him. Make him your target. go to him every time. And what did we see from Arteta and Crystal Palace last season when Glasner took over? Mikel Arteta did not have a target man. So Arsenal's play had always been going lateral to Saka, to Martinelli. Because centrally, they didn't have a man they could trust. Especially in the absence of Kai Havertz, who could actually, shoulder some of the pain and hold up play. But look at how he's changed or tweaked the system this season. Arsenal play more direct because they have a target man. Even though it hasn't really gotten to the players, but they try as much as possible to find a target man. When Carlo Ancelotti had Kylian Mbappe, or Real Madrid had Kylian Mbappe, they had to quickly alter the way they play.
Yeah.
Jude Bellingham had to drop into midfield to help. Hansi Flick took over his team. When he started with the very high line, he realized, come on, we are going to be killed this season if we continue. So they brought it to the mid section of their own half instead of playing
close to the
center circle or the center line, the halfway line. And that is what, as a manager, I'm not sure any manager is as rigid as I can't alter my plans. When Barca were consistently beating Real Madrid, Jose Mourinho took over. I was like, how do I deploy my players or the setup, the shape that would help us concede less goals and possibly get a draw as a start against Barcelona?
Because that's what you will concede.
Exactly.
It's a matter of now reducing the number
Very
of
good.
goals.
And he started, hammered out in top. He said, no, play on the right-hand side. Help the right back. They play more, it was consolidating. And when he got his team to be in tune with what he wants, now he started that exploding. Mesut Ozil, and they hit on the counter break with ease. I think that is what Amorim must acknowledge. These players work for me. These players don't work for me. This is the kind of system that works for me. This system does not work for me. Let's go it this way. Let's do it that way. And it works. But he has been rigid to a system that is struggling to survive within the Premier League. I don't know any manager who will be extremely stubborn to identify that, no, this is my being. This is my problem. And then I should stop it. But he's clearly not doing it. How do you crave for a striker? I mean, that is my whole problem. Chelsea got to João Pedro. Quickly, gentlemen, come to Club World Cup. Come and play. And he got in the goals. Gyökeres in 2 games. He's managed to score twice.
2, yeah.
The first game didn't go right.
But the second game, he got his goal.
Exactly. Hugo Ekitike. Liverpool got him. He started the season.
Scored.
He's getting in the goals. What are they delaying with? What are they waiting for? Haaland has started banging in the goals. So why are you letting your man sit? Why are you not playing him? Everton realized, no, Jack Grealish coming off the bench the last time wasn't helpful. In their home game, Grealish started 2 assists. You buy players because you think they are worth enough to start with that kind of amount. The back and forth of getting Šeško was all because they needed. You think you needed a target man.
So once he's here,
why not play him? Why not get a game plan that will suit him? Cunha drives very well when he plays behind the main striker because he wants to push up with the ball. Why do you keep him as the main centre forward in games?
You see, Kevin,
it's a coach's problem. Sincerely,
Nathan,
okay.
Look,
let's finish with
I've seen a manager successfully deploy a 3-back system in the Premier League and win the title.
Yeah,
Antonio Conte.
Yeah,
I've seen a manager deploy the 3-back system successfully in Italy and won the Scudetto back to back with Juventus 3 times. Okay.
Who's that? Antonio Conte again.
Yeah. Now, Nathan, what helped Antonio Conte deploy those formations was 2 things. Defensive solidity and still in the middle of the pack. Now, let me take you to that Juventus squad. He had BBC.
Bazzagli, Bonucci, and Chiellini.
Thank you very much. Nathan, is that a solid defense or not?
That's a very, very solid defense.
He had Andrea Pirlo. He had Arturo Vidal.
So he had a controller.
He had Marquisio.
So he had 1 controller, 1 tackler, and somebody who had enough energy to be running around.
And at the point he had Paul Pogba.
Okay, so more creativity. Okay.
You get it?
Yes.
Then up front, Vucinic and Matri.
Yeah, Alessandro Matri. Yeah.
You remember?
Yeah, I remember those.
These were the main players in his team. Nathan, in midfield, did he have quality? Did he have steel?
Yes. He had a mix of everybody. One controller, one very unpredictable player, one runner, and a ferocious tackler.
He was comfortable playing a 3-4-2-1 system.
Because he had enough protection for his back four.
Come to Chelsea. He had Luis. He had Cahill. He had Aspilicueta.
Yeah.
In his three back.
Cesar Aspi. Aspi played on the right hand side.
There was Courtois in post.
Yeah.
He played Alonso, left wing back.
Yeah.
Played Victor Moses, right wing back.
Yeah, I remember.
Now look at the middle of the pitch. He had Conte and Matic.
So what he had, legs and an engine in N'Golo Kante, who was pretty good on the ball.
Very well. So
I get you. So when I compare his midfield, Chelsea midfield and the Juventus midfield, even though that midfield didn't have as much creativity, what he had legs in Kante and a brilliant screener in Matic. Okay. Who are the other parts of the team?
Pedro, Hazard, Diego Costa.
Oh, I get it. Two brilliant wide men.
Thank you very much.
Who could play in the half space.
You see.
Who could go wide. And then he had a solid number 9 who could occupy defenders.
So now, Nathan.
Okay.
If you want to play this typical 3-back system at United, where's your Kante? Where's your Matic? Where's your Eden Hazard? Or where are you playing your Eden Hazard? Okay.
I get you.
Where's your Pedro? Where's your Diego Costa? So your Diego Costa is on the bench. Your Eden Hazard, who could possibly be a Cunha, or a Bruno Fernandes.
Okay, if you like.
Bruno Fernandes, to a certain extent, is playing in deep in midfield. And who are your defenders? Who are your wing backs? Dogu, inexperienced.
Dallo, problem. Inconsistent.
Ahmad is not that player.
So Ahmad is not a wing back.
So Nathan, the real issue is that he doesn't have the men to play the kind of system he wants in defense. Where is his BBC? Or where is his Cahill, Luis Aspilicueta? Where are they? He doesn't have the men. So why he's insistent on playing that 3-back system with players who are not cut for that role shocks me. And you see, we've seen Ahmad play as a right forward, delivered. We've seen Dogu play as a left back. To a certain extent, he's been decent, especially when he doesn't have to do too many runs forward. He's been decent. We've seen Dallo also pretend. In fact, he's been the most inconsistent player. 1 good game, 2 bad games. That's how he is. And later, we've seen De Ligt. De Ligt has never been himself. Ever since his Bayern Munich move, he's never been himself. He's never been the player most of us expected him to be. Euro, he's not there yet. Very young player. I think he's 19.
Yeah.
Now trying to understand the game. So again, inexperience. So that back line that you want to play with 3, you don't have those defenders who can sense danger. Those defenders who close up spaces. Look at how Smith just went through them. It was as if there were no defenders at the back. Now Nathan, in the middle of the park, look at Casemiro today. And look at Bruno Fernandes.
Yeah.
Can these 2 boys give you what a Marquisio or a Pogba or a Kante or a Matic would give you in that midfield? So, Nathan, this United problem, it seems all of us can see. But our coach sees something different in training. Amorim sees something very different in training.
Maybe the players actually, in principle, maybe the players, because they are not facing opponents, tend to execute the plans well in training.
Even at Sporting, when he was playing his 3-back system, he had Gyökeres up top.
Yeah.
He had some 2 brilliant wingers.
Yeah, he had all kinds of
materials in there.
Yeah.
The legs, I'll bring you.
pace,
I'll show you what.
What's the name of that? Kwenda.
Kwenda and Co.
Yeah.
Listen, he had some very, very solid players in there. Okay, and so for me, if today Amorim has come and is huffing and puffing and is struggling to get results, I mean, it's quite shocking. Now, for me, the team is all over the place. You know, when he left when he left Sporting, and Borges came, Nathan, Borges struggled to play that 3-back system. He struggled.
Yeah, and then he changed. I think he changed.
Until later on, as the season progressed, he tried to figure out how to use the boys. That was quite damn cool. Nathan, he had all sorts of players who were cut for that system. And of course, they were playing the Portuguese league. Over here at Man United, he doesn't have it. You understand? And that is why he would have problems with Sancho. He would have problems with Rashford. He would have problems with Anthony. He would have problems with... but these boys, Nathan, these boys may have their limitations. But when you ask Sancho to play as a right wing back, he can't deliver. You see, when you expect Rashford to play as a right wing back, he can't deliver. You ask Anthony to play as a right. Okay, so those two left wing backs, Sancho and Rashford can do it. If you ask Anthony to play as a right wing back, he can't deliver. These players would always have problems with the coach. At this point, these players will look back and say, well, our position has been vindicated.
But you see, Ray,
clearly the manager was trying to force us into roles we knew we couldn't adapt to.
Ray, hold on.
Because of that, the coach said we're lazy.
Ray, I think that when it comes to Sancho and Rashford, we all know that Amorim's problems with those two is not a matter of whether they can play or not. We all know that they are more disciplinary.
Oh yes,
and about behavior.
But Nathan, what triggered those disciplinary issues? These boys in training were not impressing the coach. These boys in training were not running as much as the coach wanted them to.
Okay, so
but Sancho, Nathan, haven't we seen Sancho?
So are we saying that?
Yeah.
Are we saying that managers don't have the right to lay down the law
Nathan,
as they see fit?
Absolutely. You have every right to do so. But Nathan, when it comes to positioning of a player, and you come in and say, well, Rashford, you normally play as a left-sided attacker. I want to add this other attribute of you tracking back to cover that space of the left back. So I want to turn into a left winger, a left wing back. Nathan, it won't happen. Rashford can do it. If you tell Sancho same, Nathan, you can take them to training, but they cannot give you what you want them to give you in that left wing back position. As a coach, you'll be furious. Same for Anthony. Nathan, Anthony, look at him. Look at his defensive side. How do you expect this boy to play as a right wing back? He can't deliver. He can't deliver in that role. Leave him up there and let him have very little task of having to track back to defend. And he gives you of his best. Okay, so again, Amorim's decision or insistence on trying to convert everybody into a left back. Now, the next player who's going to have a problem will be Ahmad. Because you could clearly see that Ahmad was not happy playing in that role. Kevin, Ahmad, ever since Amorim started deploying him in that wing back role, has he been comfortable?
It's clear that
it's not been comfortable.
Ahmad's best plays have been when he's been part of a front three.
Why do you give him added responsibility when the player clearly isn't cut for it?
Guys, so
Nathan,
I go back to basics.
Problem at this point is Amorim.
Okay, so let's wrap it up on this, and then we talk about Arsenal and Chelsea, Man City, and all. So I go back to basics. Today, Monday, August 25, Ruben Amorim is still at post, right? If he gave you a call and said, Ray and Kelvin, I'm going to play Burnley on Saturday. As for Grimsby, I won't even talk about Grimsby. I'm going to play Burnley.
But why would you talk about Grimsby?
Because it could go disastrously wrong.
Oh, Grimsby?
No problem.
So cause problems.
So he
and
says,
everybody will now start looking at Amorim well.
So he says, I'm going to play against Grimsby Town in the League Cup. Clearly, he's not backing down from this 3 thing.
He'll get sacked.
So if he asks you for a starting 11,
if he insists on playing,
no, I'm just saying. So he says that, guys, you know that, okay, I will concede. I don't want to walk away from the back 3, but I'm open to hearing ideas on a starting 11.
Okay.
What will you tell him?
Keep Dogu at the back. Keep Dalo at the back. limit their runs forward. Let them be concerned about defensive duties first.
So will you play them as part of a 3 or the
I'll
wing
play them
back?
as part of a back 4.
Okay, the man says he doesn't want to play a back 4.
Oh,
I'm asking because Ray.
You see, the only way Amorim can get this team to
seeing
work.
a back. You see, I'm with you. I'm only telling you that seeing a back 4 under Ruben Amorim, seeing a back 4 as a starting shape under Ruben Amorim will be the day pigs will fly, and that day will not come.
And then you'll be sacked soon, because this back 3 clearly he doesn't have the men to deliver.
Okay,
this back 3 to work.
Okay,
he doesn't have the men. So Nathan, if he's stubborn and still wants to play Dogu where he's playing him, play Ahmad where he's playing Ahmad.
Okay, so I'm asking that what would be your alternate 11 based on a back 3?
No,
if you had to,
Nathan, I look through that United team. I look through the team and I look at the players' natural ability, strength, technique, style.
Okay, you say that this
I can't find a left back in a right wing back in that United team. I can't find one.
Okay,
I can't find a left wing back in that United team. Maybe Dogu can grow to become that left wing back, but as at now, he's not there yet.
Okay, Kelvin,
and you see that back 3 is heavily reliant on your wing backs. Okay, so if you have a wing back, if you have wing backs that are not functional, that's the death. That's the end, or that's the death of the back 3. Wing backs. If you don't have them, that's it.
Kelvin.
Yeah.
If you had to pick an 11 for Ruben Amorim to play Grimsby Town, which 11 would you pick?
Well, you look at the Manchester United team. I think that it's very clear. You know, this system that Amorim wants to play. The goalkeeper, yes, whichever goalkeeper plays, I have no problem. But in defense, I think that you should still keep his Dalo at the right back.
So you go with? You also think he should go to a 4?
Yeah, go to a 4.
Okay.
Put either Shaw at left back or Dogu.
Also, does he still have the legs to?
If he doesn't have the leg, put him on the bench. Put Dogu at left back. Put Matias the Leniero in central defense, and then put Dalo on the right hand side. And then you play Ugarte, Kobimenu.
Ugarte and Kobimenu.
Yes. Push Bruno up front, and then put Cunha and then Mbuemo on the right and then the left, and play Sheshko.
Okay.
Ahmad can come off the bench, or if you think that Ahmad is capable of starting, you put Ahmad in, push Cunha in central, and then put how do we call it? Maybe Meno on the bench and drop Bruno into.
But Bruno playing the deep is what is.
It's not about playing deep. Put Ugarte there. Give Bruno an advanced CM role, or give Bruno an advanced CM role. Put Ugarte and then Bruno in that central defense. Play Cunha just ahead of them. Put Mbuemo here. Put Ahmad here, and then you have Sheshko leading the attack.
I see.
How is that difficult for you? These are players who can torment. In the second half, you have a very strong bench. When players are coming on, you know. And that is what has been realized from so many of the teams winning championships, the winning games. When Liverpool start making substitutions, you start panicking. Like, tell me who's coming on. On Saturday, did anyone realize Bukayo Saka and Martin Odegaard were off?
No.
Nobody realized it.
Now that you've mentioned it, let's
because he's using the players as he has to.
Good.
It's not like Manchester United doesn't have the squad depth. Who wouldn't want to have this team? You think Oliver Glasner has this team and he won't perform better than what Amorim is doing? Look at Fulham's team. He understands these are the players who are going to work for me. Let me play them like that. No dilly-dallying with the squad. Let me put them in their rightful position. Sessegnon on the right-hand side. You put Alexi Obi on the left-hand side. Joshua King just behind Rodrigo Muniz. Yeah. And then later on, when I think that Joshua King is tired, I bring on Emil Smith-Rowe.
Raul Jimenez.
You know,
Wilson.
It's I don't see
so
that.
Coaches should not be afraid of having quality on the bench.
Exactly. I don't see the difficulty in this.
Missing out.
You know, and it's one thing, maybe when we come to the top 4, I'll speak about Daniel Nieje, and I think I posted that video. He told his players, if a 60 minutes your strength can play it wholeheartedly. The last 30, I'll bring someone on to come and finish the job.
Simple.
As simple as that. How is that difficult? And Amorim wants to tell us that he cannot have a 4-back system from this Manchester United team to play well. If you want steel in your midfield, you can play Ugarte, Casemiro, Menu.
That's a wild combo.
Yes,
it's a combo that
there are games you can play that.
Yeah, it's a combo that can save your back.
Exactly.
Three or back.
It's not necessarily that every day I should have Mbuemo and Ahmad and then Mount and then Cunha starting.
No. It's impossible. You can't start all of them.
Exactly. And that is why I think that your lethal marksman, you spent money to buy. I don't see
start him.
Bayern Munich. Harry Kane has a knock. Massa, we come and play. Because I have spent money on you to get you for services, for you to get me results. Dango Ouattara, he got the winner. The only goal.
Him was a day before or 2 days he was playing.
You see, and that is what I want. Amorim should understand. Yet 2 games, 1 point.
Quick.
We are going. Some have 6 points. Some have 4. You have 1. Some have 3. By the time you realize, all things being equal, if you should go like this, at this rate, after every 6 points, if you are going to get 1, your baby season, know how many points?
15. All right, guys, let's 054-257-1061. You can send me a WhatsApp comment. All right, let's touch on the other games. Calvin, let's talk about Arsenal. Yeah. Arsenal 5-0 against Leeds United. Very, 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 very interesting results there. Victor Gyökeres getting his first 2 goals, right? My favorite part of the day, though, of that game was Ebere Eze's unveiling. And you could tell the sheer joy. It was just raw joy on the player's face. I was so happy just watching Eze and all. But Calvin, your thoughts on the game? Arsenal 5 Leeds 0 at the Emirates on Saturday.
Well, I think it was a game that Arsenal needed a statement victory. Many complain about the sort of performance they put together against Manchester United. Despite the win, you could clearly see that the team wasn't in tune. And, partly when you speak to some of the technical, brains ahead, they tell you that Arsenal in the last 3 years have been playing a certain style where they go lateral. They go sideways, they don't go direct. But this time around, they have to change the system to play more directly because they have a target man, which means that Bukayo Saka and Martin Odegaard, the creative pieces in the team, would have to be looking directly at the man up front. And now they have some, lot of players who want to carry the ball. So just when the first goal came, I was like, no, this is a set piece goal. The same thing as it happened to Manchester United. Will Arsenal resort to this? But I think that was just to open up, because if you look at how teams played against Arsenal last season, they just frustrated Arsenal because just push them to the wide areas. When they don't find anything, it becomes difficult for them. But this time around, after that corner kick, you just saw how, Gyökeres managed to find his goal. Bukayo Saka just ran in behind the defense and he shot with his right foot. Timber scored from another set piece. And then, Max Doman coming on to just create, and then he was brought down, and then a penalty, Gyökeres managed to score. I think it's a boost of confidence for the Gunners. Scoring 5 against Leeds United. Fine, forget about the opposition. It doesn't matter. We've seen some of the teams lose to, newly promoted sides or sides who have joined again. Sunderland baptized West Ham. So I think it's good for us now. And what the more positives are, you now realize Arsenal has a very good squad there. If Calafiori is going off, Miles Lewis-Kelly, who played most of last season and has gained that confidence and experience, is coming on. Martin Odegaard is going off. Ethan Nwaneri, who's had, some cameos last season and is expected to be the major backup this season, is there. Bukayo Saka goes off, and you know that there is a Martinelli, there is a Trossard on the bench, there is a Max Doman on the bench who is coming on. Madueke is going off, there is Trossard coming on. Now, once the striker started to bang in the goals, we know his confidence is coming. Let me leave him on to play. And in central defense,
strikers need goals for confidence.
Exactly.
If they score 1 or 2, they start to believe that a lot more.
Exactly. That is what it does. The only situation or the only position Arsenal maybe thinking about is Zubimendi or Declan Rice. Yes, but they still have options on the bench where they've managed to bring in players. Merino, for Arsenal to even play and for someone like Martinelli and Merino to not get a shot, Norgard is even not available. Ben White not available. It clearly tells you that yes, Arsenal knew exactly what they wanted to do and their purchases. So I think it's a statement victory, though the opposition may not. But if that opposition was strong enough to beat Everton last Monday at Elland Road, even the start of the game, you could just see that they were going to be a stubborn side. But Arsenal took their chances very well, and that is what ruthless teams do. When you get the opportunities, you score. Maybe the team would have to still adjust to how Gyökeres plays, because there were a couple of instances where he was running through the channel waiting for that pass, but there is no person to put in the pass, especially when Martin Odegaard went off. Arsenal needs an extra creator in that midfield, and I think that is what Eze brings on board, even when he comes to play on the left-hand side. Now, we just spoke about the players, and I not even mentioned Eze. Now I've mentioned him. So it looks more like, yes, this season, more like the Liverpool team when their Gakpo will be on the bench, he's coming on, and you are afraid that, yes, Jota will be on the bench when he so rest in peace, and you are afraid that he's coming to score. You know, Gravenberch decides to play, McAllister is not playing well, Elliott comes in, and you know he's going to do the job. It's the same thing that I'm seeing, and I just hope that injuries do not ravage the season for Arsenal. Even with that, Arteta has no excuse, because now he's gotten backups for every single position. If Norgard isn't available, you know Zubimendi plays. If Zubimendi is not available, you know Norgard is coming to play. If Saliba is off, you know Mosquera comes in. And I think those are the things that, you know, Arteta should be very proud of. And I think he's also happy that his striker has gotten in the goal. So for Arsenal, it was a good Saturday for them. And I just hope that things will continue in that shape, because Arteta would have no excuse. I'm someone who is very much, you know, pessimistic about how he sets up.
You say that this is the last chance for him if he doesn't win the league.
How he sets up his team. But if he's brought in the great superstitious Gabriel Heinze, then maybe that was what he needed. Yes, you know Heinze is very superstitious.
Really?
Arteta mentioned it himself. Yeah, Heinze is very, very superstitious. Yes.
That's what
he believes in all kinds of things. He's very, very superstitious. And I think that if you have a very crowded, you know, loaded technical brains from Nico Jovac and then Albert Stuyvenberg and the rest, and you have, you know, Heinze replacing Cuesta, now you have a different dimension to your play. Someone who even offers your defensive unit the kind of training. Because you need someone like that to keep, you know, players in check. And I think, well, we just wait to see. Hopefully, it transcends.
That's what a spiritualist
on the bench. But is it Nathan? Let me ask you this quick question. So when Amorim came in,
are we still talking about this guy?
Just one question. Did he have any Man United coaching staff who has knowledge of the squad on his bench?
No, you know, there was
he took everybody out.
Yeah, there was Ruud van Nistelrooy. But I guess in that situation, what could he have done? It would have been really awkward. But I get you. I get what you're saying.
Before Amorim came in, just after the sacking of Ten Hag, Van Nistelrooy was getting these same boys to play decent football. And we're getting results. Forget about what he did at Leicester. Of course, that Leicester job, I don't know why he took it, because Leicester didn't have half or quarter the quality United had.
But I would argue that the Van Nistelrooy ball too was beginning to show signs that the team was too wide open.
Yeah, but he was winning.
Yes, he was getting the result.
He won what? He won games on the spin. Ruben Amorim has never won 2 league games in a row.
United were scoring. Okay, he got them to play in a way the players were able to express themselves. Amorim came in, intelligent man, brought in his own backroom staff with no knowledge of the squad he was going to deal with. He didn't leave a single person on that bench.
This is Sporty.
So, where is there, or where was there institutional memory or that player database that a coach would have? Even Ten Hag, when he came, he knew he didn't understand the English game. He kept McLaren on the bench for the longest time.
He brought him in.
He couldn't see McLaren because he knew he understood the English game. So who on that United bench now understands the Premier League so well to be able to even guide Amorim.
Yeah.
Yes, true. You need that sometimes.
Yeah, you need that.
To say, look, at this point, it's not working.
English football is not as...
Let's do this for a while. Get the team to win games, build a certain confidence, and then maybe now we can start to introduce new methods. But clearly, it's not happening. As for
look at Arteta. Look at
Mr. Amorim.
See, you see,
he's
Pep
on the
Guardiola,
clock.
Pep Guardiola. I saw Kolo Toure and the likes on his bench this weekend. Why Kolo? Why Kolo Toure? You get it? Why Kolo Toure? He will learn a few things from Kolo. Kolo, the players will pick a few things from Kolo. Kolo understands the English game. He's played at Arsenal. How many seasons?
And Man City.
So Nathan, there are a lot of things. Look, Man City, as we speak today, after Trafford misbehaved, they are going for Donnarumma. So you see, when you identify the problem, you solve it with money.
Yeah.
When you identify the problem, you solve it with money. And that is why I like Man City. They will not wait. They were struggling to score goals. They said, look, what is Haaland? Come in. They saw Mamouche delivering after Mahrez and the likes left. They brought in Mamouche. Okay, that is how you solve your problems. They tried replacing Rodrigo, tried a couple of players. It didn't work, but do not stop throwing money at the problem. That is Man City for you. Only a single-digit billionaires team. Even when the problem is glaring, everybody knows that United... look, Nathan, do you know this United midfield problem has been there since Alex Ferguson days?
Yeah.
Once upon a time, Ferguson had to go and beg for schools to come out of retirement to come and play midfield for him. Okay? United have just failed to. After Partey, Sun, Carrick, Fletcher, all of those boys left. Apart from Pogba. Nathan, who else has been the rock in that middle? And nobody's interested in spending cash. They bring in pretenders.
Me, the only thing I will say is
Morgan Schneiderlin and Tinsok.
Morgan Schneiderlin. Man United, especially Ruben Amorim, he needs to understand that no two games are the same. There's no need. People argue that he has to build chemistry. Even the great Alex Ferguson made changes all the time.
Oh, yes.
So, Mr. Amorim, you don't have to field all of your players all at the same time. You play opposition. Figure out this team, what do I need to beat them? If it is Ahmad, if it is Cunha, and if it is Šeško in a 3 with Bruno behind them, play it. The next game, this game, if I play Ahmad, it won't make sense. This game doesn't need Šeško. He should be on the bench. Let me play this set, and it will make sense. Always know your tools. And whilst he's at it, he needs to he cannot tell me that a combination, I don't know whether Ugarte and Menu will work, but Ruben, that's why he's paid all the millions and I'm not. Yes. He has to figure out how to get his midfield
problem when you're sitting and collecting.
How he needs to get his midfield functioning because
he doesn't have midfield. He doesn't have midfielders.
Ray, clearly he's not buying anybody.
He has to.
So the point is this:
United.
I'm saying that Kelvin,
proper midfielders.
Kelvin, the reason why I sometimes disagree.
Why are you going back to United? We've passed them. Let's go to Manchester City.
Let's talk about Manchester.
We won't talk about United again.
Yes, Manchester.
We won't talk about United again.
Let's talk about what went wrong.
Goalkeeper. Trafford.
Because Spurs have gone to the Etihad and have won yet another game there.
I think it's about
back-to-back seasons.
I think Pep should understand that the way that he used to play 3-4 seasons ago, the high press from teams now would always cost you if you don't have the same level of quality that you had years ago. And now players are forceful. If you look at the Tottenham Hotspur attack, Richarlison, Brennan Johnson, Mohamed Kudus, these are players who will run at you. They have energy. They are hungry. And I didn't understand why they were still trying to play that way. It's a problem that they have to deal with. I don't know why Edison is on the bench. He might have had a torrid season, 2024, 2025. But I think that if you put him side by side with Trafford, I won't put Trafford in post when Edison is available, because Edison does some of these things with ease, with more calmness than what Trafford will give. Whether fortunately or unfortunately too, I don't know why Pep decided to alter the team that won the first game for him, bringing on Cherki and the likes. So the dynamics became different.
Yes, true.
The team he played with in the first game that allowed Tijani Reynolds an opportunity to advance. This time around, it didn't give him that chance. And he should have understood that Thomas Frank with his team, even with Brentford, he was.
Brentford were a very difficult team to beat.
They beat him.
They beat Man City
at the Etihad.
I remember. I was another Ivan Toney.
Exactly. He should have understood the kind of manager and the kind of team that he was going to play, which is being manned by Thomas Frank. But I think he ignored it and allowed his team, his own style, Pep, the Pep style, to reign. And just when I know he got injured, everything decided to collapse entirely for them. And I'm like, why is Pep still playing stubborn again this season? Look at that midfield of Nico Gonzalez, Tijani Reynolds, Cherki Mamouche, Oscar Bob. I was like, this wasn't the lineup.
No.
The lineup was a disrespectful lineup.
The lineup didn't have a lot, especially to open up Spurs, knowing that Spurs were going to play on the break.
The first game, Nico O'Reilly played, right?
Nico played.
Yes, the first game he played.
He played 90.
Yes, and he played with this guy, Doku. Doku also played.
Yeah.
And Cherki was on the bench, if I can remember.
Cherki didn't start.
Cherki didn't start that game. But this time around, he just made wholesale changes. And the team was struggling. They just couldn't find the right passes. And, Haaland became almost a passenger throughout the game.
Yep.
But I think there is one thing that Manchester City and Pep need to. Savino wasn't giving them goals. Jeremy Doku struggled to give them goals. They bought Mamouche for goals. If Mamouche is also going to struggle with some of the balls that you expect him to score, then it means they are in for a long season. Maybe Mamouche has to get lessons from Mohamed Salah, his Egyptian brother, on how to finish off. Because football, it's about fine margins. Mamouche got an early chance. He decided to hit it directly at Vicario.
Yeah. He scores that 1-0 City. Story ends probably differently.
Because Spurs will now push up and City can have that opportunity. Haaland can have a very free space. And let's not underestimate the Tottenham Hotspur team. And that's the reason why I think they let Ange Postecoglou go. Look at the team. A team has Christian Romero, has Van de Ven, just Poro. In midfield, Pape Matassa, Rodrigo Bentancur. Now they brought in Palhinha. So you look at that midfield, and it has steel, it has grit,
has energy and legs.
And Mohamed Kudus and Johnson giving you that chase from the flank. So there was a lot of questions for Pep and his team to answer, because there was no way Haaland was going to get the better of that is Van de Ven and Christian Romero with ease.
No.
They are some of the tough customers if they are fit and available. Last season, both struggled with injuries. When one is available, the other will be absent, and I think it disturbed the chemistry between them.
You see, what City lack at this point is physicality in the middle of the park. Oscar Bob is lightweight, Cherki is lightweight, Mamouche is lightweight.
I was really stunned. I was stunned at the mix they played on Saturday.
This is a Pep Guardiola who once played with the likes of Fernandinho, had Rodri, or still has Rodri. There's KDB, who is no pushover. KDB is very physical, regardless of how you see him. He scored over the weekend for Napoli. Okay, he has Silva. Silva is a very busy, very strong player. Jack Grealish, who also, interestingly, he also delivered for Everton over the weekend. He doesn't have those bodies. He doesn't have that presence. Gundogan and the likes. He doesn't have that kind of midfield anymore. These are players who are now trying to understand even how Pep plays. Cherki, he now has to figure out and understand how the City system works. Then you talk of Nico, who's coming from the system, but obviously, Nathan, you cannot expect Nico to carry this team on his shoulders at this point. Then Reinders, he's also coming. He's had a very good first game, but he's now also trying to understand this whole Man City system. And Pep Guardiola takes time to get his players to really understand him. So that whole now trying to understand and figure out how Pep plays is a problem. Coupled with the fact that Mr. Trafford, who just came in to do a job after a fantastic season with Burnley, It's beginning to show Pep that he made a mistake.
That was a terrible decision he took. You have a player who's being marked. Why are you passing the ball to him?
You see, so City had all sorts of problems, and then I knew he had to go off early.
Yeah.
So there were issues. That's when they say everything that had to go wrong for City went wrong on that day. But for Tottenham, I think the signing that United should have made was bringing in Palhinha.
Yeah, I think United should have signed João Palhinha.
The signing that's making the difference for them, or would make the difference for them this season, in the absence of the Madisons and Folk, will be Palhinha.
Yeah,
I remember
because what he does is he's so great at tackling, eating up ground, and breaking up play. He can allow Pape Matasar and others.
This is a player who picked up 27 yellow cards in 2 seasons for Fulham. In the Premier League, 27 yellow cards in 2 seasons. Very dirty boy, but he will do the job for you. These are the kind of players you need. And Tottenham have realized their limitations. They know where their weaknesses are. They know where their strengths are. So why don't we find a certain Palhinha who delivered at Fulham? We also saw him at Fulham. The Bayern Munich gamble didn't work. The Bayern Munich experience didn't work. But he has Premier League experience, solid Premier League experience, to be able to control a midfield. United saw this one, they didn't go. Tottenham went for him. And he was the difference. He was the key difference maker in that game.
He helped. Pape Matasar played really well, but it was because
and there's Rodrigo Bentancur as well. Then Van de Ven Romero. Tottenham are not that bad. Look at how they even defended against United in the Europa League final. They couldn't find a way around them. So, teams have seen their problems and quickly found solutions. Now Tottenham are chasing past. If they get him, that's more quality coming into their fold. If they get Savinho, that's more quality coming in. And Tottenham, based on the experience of Frank in the Premier League, nobody should write off Tottenham this season. They have some very, very hungry, quick players in there.
They do.
And they have good experience as well. Palhinha is 30 thereabouts. Lot of experience. Having moved from Sporting to Porto to Fulham. I mean, he understands the job. So, Nathan, for me, I look at Tottenham again and I say, look, their performance in their first 2 games means they are a team we should look at. They are a team you can't take your eyes off.
6 points.
But today,
5 goals.
There's a big game coming up tonight.
Yes.
Newcastle versus Liverpool. And I think it was Kotoko. So Kotoko said, whoever wins this game wins Isak.
Whoever wins this game,
Isak
gets to take Isak.
Yeah, so
but Calvin, just quick thoughts on this. Look, how do Newcastle go forward? Look, irrespective of the result, there's still this Isak problem on their. What do they do? What do you think is the best way to resolve this Isak challenge? Is it take whatever Liverpool give, let him go, or you remind the player that he's under contract and he has to play?
I don't understand why they are doing this, because if Isak stays, he's not going to give his 100% best, because he's told you he wants to move away. And I'm not sure Eddie Howe as a manager is even happy with what he's seeing. Now, the unfortunate thing is they've allowed Callum Wilson to also make the move away.
Yeah, he's gone to West Ham now.
He's made the move away. So now they will need to quickly find a replacement, and that is where their worry is. Which striker am I going to get money to buy at the moment? Which striker am I going to buy? Going to the market now. You just cast your eyes through. Which striker are they going to get? It doesn't mean that they cannot get a striker with that good money. The likes of Jonathan David and other players are there because nobody thought Isak was going to go to get the money, go to Dortmund, ask them for Sergio Guirassy. Bring him to come and play for you. That is if he wants to make the move. You can even go to Chelsea, get Nicholas Jackson, who'll be a great fit. He may not have survived at Chelsea, but for me, he's not a bad player if given, less eyeballs and less stress. I think he'll be able to deliver. Now, they risk losing the quality Isak has, and then the money that would have come into their folds for them to augment their squad with. By selling him to Liverpool. These are the 2 things that they can possibly do or lose. But I think football is about money. You went on to Nottingham Forest to get Elanga. You got Anthony Elanga. Nobody questioned you. Nobody spoke about, you know. They were willing to sell. They got the money. They also used it to get other players, including Douglas Luiz on loan, and they've augmented Omari Hutchinson.
Yeah.
So why don't you also sell your player? Just sell him. This is good money. What is the guarantee that Isak staying at Newcastle United, he's going to give you the same returns? What is the guarantee that he's going to stay fit? Whoever thought Rodri was going to struggle this way after going so many games without injuries?
Okay.
Whoever thought that? Nobody. But they've just decided, let him go. They've sold other players. Let them go. And then you can get equally good replacement for them.
Okay.
Unless Hurricane went, Spurs got in their own players. Richarlison and the likes, Dominic Solanke. And they won their first ever title in so many years for them.
Yeah.
So what is the guarantee that Isak staying will earn you something extra? He's done his bit. He's won you he won you a trophy. That is the League Cup. The Carabao Cup.
Yeah.
At least he's done his bit. He's pushed you to Champions League. Get the money. And then push into your team. And then that is all what football is about. People sell their players, get the money, and they also invest. When it gets to a point, you can also rub shoulders and get players. You go there, and then you buy the players. Crystal Palace, they've sold him. They have good money. They are going to invest it. And let's not forget, this is a time where profitability and sustainability rules and all that are coming in. If you fail to balance your books, how many players would rise to this level for Newcastle United to sell? Callum Wilson, was he going to rise to this level? No.
Clearly not.
Is Trippier going to get any value to be sold again?
No.
Fabian Schär. Why don't you look at these areas, all these areas of your team, get that money and fill those spaces up. Now you would have to play with Anthony Gordon. Can Gordon give you all those goals? We saw Elanga in that first game. Did you see the chance he missed? It was terrible. So I don't know what is happening to them, but if they decide to risk all those, then it's up to them. Maybe, I don't know, maybe they have something up their sleeves nobody understands.
Well, we wait to see. As Raymond said, or as Kosifiaka said, the person who wins tonight's game gets to keep Isak. So if but it's a big one. It's Newcastle versus.
I would want to see with the Newcastle United midfield how the absence of McAllister, the absence of Gravenberch,
yes,
would do, because he's on suspension, still on suspension. Yeah. The test in the first game, how they were tested by Bournemouth. Now they have a bigger test in that midfield where Bruno Guimaraes, Sandro Tonali, and then Joelinton are in there. Would they be able to overcome that strength, especially with wide men who are very pacey too? Elanga is pacey. We saw how Jeremy Frimpong was struggling. He's unavailable this evening because of injury, a hamstring strain. Now Liverpool, whom are they going to play? That's small.
But Newcastle will also need to find goals.
They will need to find goals. But you look at the Liverpool team, Joe Gomez would have to deputize. Gordon and Harvey Barnes can run riots through that end. Anthony Gordon run through, the central lines. We saw what Bournemouth did. They just needed the players to just run in and around the Liverpool team. Those counter breaks, and Semenyo got the goals.
Okay. So
it's going to be a very good test, and hopefully at 7 p.m. we'll get to see how best the two teams will respond to each other's problems, and then the ultimate winner of Alexander Isak battle.
All right. Okay, I see that comments are coming in. All right, let me go through some of the comments and then we move. Skipper from Adaklu Waya, I think, in the Volta region, says, I believe United's problem is the management that has refused to enforce a back four at Man United. He says they should force Ruben Amorim to play a back four. He mentions Xabi Alonso, and he says, what is he now using at Madrid? Same can be said of Conte. Amorim has not even tried a back four in any situation to see if it will work or not. This one says, I'm still not convinced with the way Madrid is playing, it seems there hasn't been a difference between this team and Ancelotti's. Maybe only some defensive resilience. I'm concerned as a Madrid fan with the way the team lacks creativity. The team does not create, and the left wingers are making it worse. It says Mbappe will score, but the number 9 role isn't for him. He keeps dropping into midfield, drifting to the left where there's already a midfielder and leaving the box where he's supposed to be. I see. Interesting.
What was Real Madrid's problem last season?
Sorry?
What was Real Madrid's problem last season?
Midfield.
Defense.
Yes.
And midfield.
Yes. Defense.
Now, if you have that steal, what is your problem? You see, coaches build teams and look at progress one day after day.
Yeah.
And I think Alonso is getting what he wants defensively. He knows his attack men will come to the party eventually. Mbappe got 2 goals yesterday.
Yeah.
He got the penalty, the goal, 3 goals from 2 games.
Yeah.
Vinicius got a goal yesterday. Gradually, their confidence, the dynamism will come in.
It's
Let's
the
not forget-
defense he needs
Exactly.
to sort
It's
out.
the defense he needs to sort out. And I think that he's doing just that. Progressively, they are working on the deficiencies. If Manchester United were seeing progressive, essence in their departments, I'm sure that the fans wouldn't have been overly, pessimistic about Amorim.
Okay. Roland Van Exbone, who's in Control Market, says Amorim is too fixated on his system. When things get tough, he has no plan B. He's a coach who can't adapt. If he doesn't work things out by October, he will be sacked. Kobe Baden from Dansoman says, for the brokenness of our clubs, I think the GFA is doing their best. But Mr. Okraku does not deserve a 3rd term. Okay, elections are in 2027. We wait to see. All right, switching to the GHALCA Top 4, and it came to an end over the weekend. Bibiani Gold Stars were named winners. They and Hearts of Oak had 7 points. So Gold Stars defeated Heart of Lions on penalties. And then Hearts of Oak beats Asante Kotoko in regulation by 2-0. Right? So Gold Stars overcame Hearts of Lions 4-3 on penalties. Their game ended in a draw. And then Hearts of Oak beat Asante Kotoko by 2-0. Hearts of Oak's first win against Kotoko in 3 years, I think. And so by the time everything settled, Gold Stars had 7 points and a goal difference of +1. Hearts of Oak 7 points and a goal difference of +3. Hearts of Lions 4 points and a goal difference of 0. And Asante Kotoko 0 points and a goal difference of -3. But Kelvin, you.
Yeah, so I think David Kovita put together, a brilliant piece. Yes.
Before we get into that, let's just get David Kofita's wrap of the GHALCA Top 4. When we come back, we'll get into the discussion and try and answer this question over why Hearts didn't win and Gold Stars won. And then we do some women's football and we'll call it a morning. This is the Sporty Breakfast. Here's David Kofita's wrap of this year's GHALCA Top 4.
Bibiani Gold Stars emerged as champions of the 2025 GHALCA Top 4 after edging Hearts of Oak on head-to-head, capping off a gripping pre-season tournament that provided drama, upsets, and early clues ahead of the new Ghana Premier League season. It was the first time the Miners had lifted the GHALCA Top 4 trophy, marking a major milestone in their rise among Ghana's elite clubs. Gold Stars started their campaign strongly with a 2-1 win over Asante Kotoko, coming from behind after Albert Amwes' opener for the Porcupine Warriors. Gold Stars equalized from the spot before Kotoko's Henry Ansu turned into his own net to seal the champions' first win. Momentum grew in their second match against Heart of Oak, where Samuel Atakumi's brace ended a 2-2 draw that was eventually decided by penalties. Gold Stars triumphed 5-4 in the penalty shootout, with former Hearts defender Vincent Atinga delivering the killer blow. They followed up with another nervy outing against Heart of Lions. Ali Fauzi had given Lions a first-half lead, but Samson Eduku's late strike forced a 1-1 draw. Once again, Gold Stars held their nerve, prevailing 4-3 on penalties to move clear at the top of the table. Gold Stars coach Frimpong Manson was a happy man, leading his side to historic victory.
I should feel happy Now you can see the whole team, everybody is happy. We were expecting a very good opposition from Kotoko, but unfortunately you could see as a folk they've been playing well in this tournament, to be frank with you. And for me, all I wanted is for us to win the cup. So whatever it would take for us to do that, I never mind.
Atinga described the trophy win as a morale boost ahead of the new season.
And everybody there is a great feeling for us. In the course of the game, we were praying that either they will draw so that we can take the lead. But here lies the case, football and has won. Yeah, but we use, I think, a head-to-head to win the trophy. This serves as a preparation game for us, both the league, the Super Cup, and then the Champions League. So I think as we participated in this tournament, it's very good for us.
Heart of Oak began cautiously, edging Heart of Lions 1-0 in their opener through a deflected Ransford-Mensah free kick. But their biggest setback came against Gold Stars, where they fought from 2 goals down to draw 2-2, only to lose on penalties. The Phobians, however, finished strongly. They defeated Lions 2-1 before closing their campaign in style with a confident 2-0 victory over rivals Asante Kotoko in the final fixture. The win drew them level on 7 points with Gold Stars, but the earlier head-to-head defeat proved decisive. Masoud Didi Dramani, head coach of Hearts, said he was satisfied with his side's overall outing in the competition.
I think that we respect opponents' strengths and we play to our strengths, and then we plan around that. There was a lot of work on Saturday just to do walkthroughs in terms of how we will deal with their long ball situation. There's still a lot to improve, and we want to improve on the basic aspects where players can live up to the necessary expectations of energy, effort, and performance. And I think that these are the things that we'll continue to emphasize on.
Midfielder George Paku said the team were content with what they had gained from the competition.
No, it doesn't break us down. We know that everyone can see our play, the style of play is clear. We know we have made the fans happy, and then we are just happy to make the fans happy because beating Asante Kotoko is an amazing feeling. We all know the journey as a young lad being in this great stage and then delivering. I'll thank God, and then I'll thank my coach.
Pando Heart of Lions recovered well from their opening loss to Hearts. A spirited display earned them a 1-0 victory over Kotoko before they fought hard in their draw with Gold Stars. Their campaign ended in defeat to Hearts, leaving them third on 4 points, but with signs of progress. Coach Bashir Hayford said his side would pick up the pieces and fine-tune the team ahead of the new campaign.
That is part of football. We'll go back and prepare for the league. So congratulations to Gold Stars. Well, it has helped us a lot because we have been able to see those who can start the league for us and those who cannot start for us. And then we are going to work on our finishing, and then that loss of concentration just last minute, about a minute to go, and then they equalize. So after penalties, everybody's game.
Kotoko, meanwhile, endured a forgettable tournament. The Porcupine Warriors lost all 3 matches, 2-1 to Gold Stars, 1-0 to Lions, and 2-0 to Hearts, finishing bottom without a point. Kotoko assistant coach Prince Yao Owusu admitted there was more work to be done, particularly with their CAF Confederations Cup match against Nigeria's Kwara United looming.
Yeah, I think exactly that. Things didn't go the way we wanted it because we came in our first game, we lost. The second game we lost as well, and Kotoko would not take that. And then we came in the third game and then we've lost as well. So we need to do a lot with them. As you said, how we played made us maybe lost the game, but we're going to come back to make sure we get the boys on track again.
GHALCA chairman John Ansan described the competition as a platform that sets the tone for an exciting Premier League season ahead.
I think that we went through very big challenges, but then fortunately for us, we are through. And I'm happy with the crowd that we have experienced here. This tells me that going into the coming league, we're going to get a very good matches to be watched. The crowds will support the teams. You know, they are all GHALCA members, and I hope that they will support them very well.
For Gold Stars, this maiden triumph not only delivered silverware, but also confidence for the Ghana Premier League champions, who showed resilience under pressure. Hearts may feel unlucky to fall short, yet their sharp finish suggests promise. Lions proved competitive against bigger opposition, while Kotoko's struggles highlighted the challenge facing them.
All right, that was David Kofite's wrap of the GHALCA Top Four competition. So, in terms of the final league table, let me just run that by you. Gold Stars, 7 points, goal difference of +1. Hearts of Oak, 7 points, goal difference of +3. Hearts of Lions, 4 points, goal difference of 0. And Asante Kotoko, 0 points, a goal difference of -3. Goal difference of -3. So, if you go to the details of that points tally, every team played 3 games. Gold Stars won 1, they drew 2. Hearts of Oak won 2 and lost 1. Okay, Hearts of Oak won 2 and then lost 1. So they won 2 and then lost 1. So that's the lowdown. But Ray, so that's how it played out. I wanted to get Kelvin's thoughts on the 2 games. I wanted to get Kelvin's thoughts on the 2 games, the 2 games that were played, before we get into this bit about the rules and a lack of clarity, and some people, saying that they've been cheated or robbed.
You see, Nathan, I think that for the clubs that took part, good workout for them.
Yeah, okay.
Good exercise for them, because you look at the intensity of the competition. It tested every team. It tested every player. It made the coaches know where their players are in terms of their physicality, in terms of their strength, in terms of their match fitness, in terms of their game readiness and all. Especially for Kotoko and Gold Stars who will be playing in Africa. It gives the coach the chance to look at his team and see where he would need to make changes.
Okay.
It gives Kotoko coach Karim Zito, and I saw him on the bench. He almost looked like he was shocked every time he saw his team. Okay, so I think that this gives them the opportunity to now look at the team and then now get to understand what they need going into the season.
Okay.
And I want to believe that for Gold Stars, the win gives them a lot of confidence, gives them a lot of boost. Knowing what they did last season, coming into the top 4 competition, and then again continuing from where they left off.
Okay.
It's a good confidence booster for the players. And it's good for the team as they try to go into Africa, as they hope to start the season and then kick off from where they left off.
Let's speak to the organizers of the competition. We have Mr. Odronyako on the line. He's the administrator at the Ghana League Clubs Association, GHALCA. Let's get his thoughts on the competition. Then maybe he can clarify this thing that the Hearts of Oak fans are not happy about. So let's see what he can tell us. Mr. Odronyako, thank you so much for speaking with us. Good morning. Welcome to the Sporty Breakfast on Sporty FM.
Thank you very much.
First off, congrats on putting the competition together. Just run us through how easy or difficult it was getting the teams, the logistical challenges, and seeing everything play out from day one to the very end.
Thank you. I appreciate your concern for the challenges that we encountered before the tournament kicked off. It's come to an end, and we thank God everything went on smoothly. There were no injuries. The teams played well. The competition, the standard was very high. Attendance was not just too good, but we thank God for giving us a place to play, to hold this tournament. On the score of 10, I don't know how you give us. But I think that on the court, we will not fall below 7. I think that we did our best, and the teams were happy. They gave very good account of themselves, and so far so good.
Great.
Yesterday, the match ended on a good note. For me, it was a good note. People think that Hearts should have won because they won 2 games.
Yeah.
Drew 1. Yes.
Can you explain the rules to all our listeners? So I think all of this will be put to bed.
Yes. You see, we met the clubs and decided on the way to determine a win in the event of a tie. All the clubs were represented, and what we decided on was communicated to them in writing. Do you have a copy of the additional rules and regulations?
Yes, I do have a copy of the additional rules.
So point 4 and 5 show that, so point 4, that at the end of a match, if the match ends in a draw, we will apply the penalty rule.
Mm-hmm.
And the winner of the penalty rule will be awarded 1 point, in addition to the one that ends in regulation time.
Okay, so if I get you right, if a game ends in a draw, every team gets 1 point, and then the winner of the penalty shootout gets an extra point.
Exactly, and they understood it.
Okay, so meaning that from a set game, if my team wins the penalty shootout, we get 2 points from that game.
As against one.
As against one. Oh, okay, that's
exactly. And then also it goes to prove that you were the winner in that match. So if you are referring to head-to-head, you will be ahead of the one you played and beat on penalty kicks.
Yes.
It's very simple. I don't understand. You see, the supporters don't understand because they are not the team, so to speak. The team is different from the supporters.
Okay.
And perhaps the supporters were not aware of the rules that were set up to be applied for this tournament. That is all. And sometimes it baffles me. I don't know why House of Oak, some of their technical team were also not in agreement with the fact that Gold Stars were declared winners. They seem not to understand. And I don't know. And they were duly represented at the final meeting held on the 14th of August. A week to the end, to the start of the tournament. We met all the clubs, and they all agreed that these rules should apply. I don't know.
Okay. I see. So you're saying that all the clubs were in the know. They knew of the rules. They knew of the modalities of the competition.
Yes. And for House of Okradia, I personally sent a copy of the rules that we agreed upon to their technical team. I sent it by mail. I sent it to them. So I don't know why they were making noise, showing disagreement, showing, I don't know. I don't know.
Okay,
so you see, the fans should understand that, 1, the rules were set before the tournament. 2, the rules were set in consultation with the team, the clubs.
Okay.
All the clubs were duly represented. And let me remind your listeners that this head-to-head rule was put in place to avert the previous times where avalanche of goals were scored, cricket scores were recorded when people wanted to outdo the other in the competition, in the league. Teams recording 28 goals, just to beat the other, in terms of goals, because that was how the winner was determined. It was by goals. You understand? So the GFA thought that no, to avert this disrespect or this system where the game was brought into discipline because the people were scoring just anyhow to outdo the other. Let's apply the head-to-head rule. The head-to-head rule is that we will look at the match, your match with the opponent that you have tied with, and see who was the winner in that game. And if it was a draw, then they will go on to look at the next, and that also will not be able to determine it. Then they'll go out to that also, you understand. And so they decided that head to head, who won? If you tied, then the next application will be voted. You understand what I mean?
Yes. I'm following.
You have the goals, you have head to head, you have goals for, you have goals against, and all those things we applied. And we said that if all these things remain unresolved, then we will toss a coin.
Okay.
So and the teams understood. So I don't know why people are not in agreement and they are making too much noise. I don't know.
All right, Mr. Odosafo, just finally. Sorry. Pardon me, Mr. Odronyako. Just finally on this. So, just to confirm, you're saying that club reps, you met with all the clubs. So all the clubs had representatives in this meeting where the rules were laid out.
All the four were there, and we agreed that this is the way it should go.
Okay.
And they agreed. Yes.
Okay. Finally, have you had any reactions from the clubs concerning?
No.
I'm talking about the competition in all. Have the clubs said anything to you in terms of how it went for them, what they made of the competition?
No. It was okay.
All right.
I think it's okay with all the clubs. Okay. No club has complained, and we are grateful to them. You understand the way they cooperated with us and obey the rules to the letter. This is just a slip. The last end here is just a slip, and the fans should understand that their clubs were represented, and these were agreed upon, and so they should accept it. Goldfields beat us when they met.
Gold Stars, you mean?
Gold Stars. I'm sorry. Gold Stars beat us, and therefore they were declared winners yesterday.
Great. Thank you so much, Mr. Odronyako. Thank you so much for your time and for the explanation. Really appreciate that.
Thank you very much. Grateful to your listening.
Yes, thank you so much. That was Mr. Odronyako. He's the administrative manager at the Ghana League Clubs Association, GHALCA. Yeah. And now he has clearly explained the modalities of the competition. I asked him 3 times, were the club reps there? He said yes. Every single club was represented. So the clubs knew of this decision in terms of finding out who won a game and who did not win a game. And so there should be no ambiguity.
Right.
No confusion.
Absolutely.
At all.
Absolutely. Yeah. You see, Nathan, so the behavior of Hearts of Oak yesterday for me, like I said earlier, very shocking.
Okay.
It's not something that should have happened. But they should take positives from their campaign. 2 wins, 1 draw. They should be excited about their performance. And this morning, my good friend Jojo was sending me, he sent me a video of Jojo, good morning to you wherever you are. Now, he sent me a video of the 15 minutes build-up to Hearts of Oak's first goal. So, how they moved the ball around and how they got their players into certain positions. So what he said was that they've seen a lot of improvement from what Hearts did last season. Okay. So in terms of the kind of football Hearts of Oak played, defensive aggression, how they kept, ECB and Osali kept things simple at the back, how they were very solid against Kumasi Asante Kotoko, how they did the very simple things and got the team moving forward quickly. You can see clear improvement from what Hearts of Oak did last season. So this tournament gave the coach the opportunity to have a good look at his players, same way all the other teams did. So good exercise, good run out for the teams, and I'm expecting that most of the clubs would kick on from here. For Hearts of Oak, if they have to go into the transfer market and bring in some more players, the coach has seen his team. He knows what everybody can do now. He knows what he would need going into a longer season. Again, same for Kotoko, same for Gold Stars, same for Heart of Lion. So, very good competition, very good preseason for the teams, and we are expecting that they can soldier on from this point, and we'll possibly see them. We'll possibly see the exercise pay off in the matches they'll play in the upcoming season.
Okay, let me go to the line. Michael Asabredi is joining us. Michael, good morning. How are you doing?
Good morning, guys. I'm good.
Wonderful. Your thoughts on the top four and all, and maybe you can give us a perspective from the Asante Kotoko angle. They didn't win any of their games in the competition. I don't know what the reactions have been, but just your general thoughts on the competition, and then you can tell us what you've picked up from the Kotoko side of things.
Well, I think barring some few technical challenges, it's been a successful competition in that it started and it's ended, albeit there have been a bit of controversy, but I think these are all part of technical challenges I mentioned earlier. The switch of venues initially was Baba Yara, moved to the Accra Sports Stadium, and then finally moved to the UG Stadium at Legon. Clearly, it did not really offer organizers and then also the teams a better playground to display whatever football they were willing to. And I think that the UG pitch did not serve us as expected, and it was an emergency venue. It was something that they had to settle on. So I don't think it was well prepared to host a 4-team competition that would have 3 different match days. And that is how come we do not really see beautiful football on the pitch, because the pitch actually did affect the team's overall play. And then also, if you look at other issues like the whole thing that Mr. Odonyako had to come on air to explain, the teams were well aware, but what about the public? Were they made aware of these rules of engagement regarding the competition? In tiebreaker situations, how were they going to be separated? I think GHALCA should have done enough education, especially on the mass media platforms, to get people abreast with what rule will be applied in instances of this nature. It is simple, and it is a competition that is being held under the auspices of the Ghana Football Association. GHALCA are the organizers, but GFA rules will be applied, and the format changed. So if you are making these changes, and then if you've made these rules, clearly you should communicate to the stakeholders. The media is one, and also the public is one. If you do just that of the teams, then it means that you have excused a section of the football stakeholders who will make this whole thing complete. I think if they are done prior education, it would have saved us this controversy that has emanated in the aftermath of the competition. But all the same, we saw some beautiful football from the teams that competed, and every club that participated in the top 4 wrote a very good story for themselves by Asante Kotoko. Heart of Lions, albeit they did not win, showcased some brilliance in moments, and it gives a depiction that going into the new season, they will do well. For BBN Gold Stars, clearly, they won the league. They came to show that winning the league was no fluke, and they are ready to continue from where they left off last season. For Accra as a folk, they've showed massive improvement, and then it is to feed into how they entered last season. Has ended last season brilliantly. They've carried on from there, but under a different technical team, and you can see massive improvement from the playing body. Those who were part of last season's squad and those who have been introduced anew into the House of Folk team, George Paku, Juku, you look at Ali Mohammed, almost all the new players who've been integrated into this side have showed signs of improvement. And it's to give the indication that if Didi Dramani and his technical team are allowed the liberty and time to work, and then the House of Folk fans are patient enough, then we will see a beautiful body of work from him. The early signs are very positive, and a demonstration is what they did at the Gala Top Four competition. I excuse Asante Kotoko from the list I mentioned because it has been a disappointing turnout for them. Kotoko went to South Africa, came back with a Toyota Cup. They were brimming with confidence. They went to camp in Cape Coast. They won all their preseason games. And so coming into the top 4, there was much expectations, or the expectations were high, that they will go into the top 4 competition, all other things being equal, they will exert their dominance and then give their fans enough belief that they will go into the season to achieve whatever targets they set for themselves. But match day 1, they were it ended catastrophically. Match day 2 ended disappointedly, and then match day 3, that was even worse from the previous 2 games they played. And you look at how Kotoko played, and they were their own undoing. The first game against Gold Stars, you look at the second goal they conceded via Henry Ansu, a very poor goal to concede, against marks of lack of awareness defensively, and then also lack of concentration. In the second game against Heart of Lions, similarly, the goal they considered was very poor. And then in yesterday's game, all the 2 goals they considered were very poor. The first goal they allowed, it was something that shouldn't even have happened. Zakaria Husseini, who had been slotted in to replace Henry Ansu, had a simple job. Don't let that ball bounce. You have to clear it at once. Unfortunately, he failed to do that. He let it bounce. He gave House of Folk an opportunity, and they stole that opportunity and they made it count. And then again, in the second game, defending a set piece, you allow it to just score. You failed to deal with it twice. It was one headed ball and then the second headed ball. All these instances, Asante Kotoko failed to deal with it, and then it affected them. So I think, it has been a disappointing campaign for Asante Kotoko in the top 4. Now, it has changed the discussions among the Kotoko fans. I've seen some who are furious to the extent that they are calling for the head of the head coach, Karim Zito. I've seen some who have also complained that the players need to back up, especially those who are known as the mainstays or the stars, quote unquote, in the team. The likes of Kwame Poku has not been spared. Sambo O'Neill has not been spared. Zakaria Husseini, Henry Ansu, they've not been spared, including goalkeeper Mohamed Kamara. A very few of the Kotoko fans are understanding of their ordeal in the top 4. They feel it is a preseason. It allows for the coaches to work on some of the flaws in the team. But in general, the Kotoko fans are not too happy, and it won't be long before they start making their agitations, their concerns, their displeasure known to the management of the team. And I expect certain changes to happen before the transfer window ends.
All right. Mike, sorry, the guy. Great stuff, Michael. Just finally, I mean, I saw 2 of Kotoko's games, the Gold Stars one and the Hearts of Oak one. I was following. Now that the dust has settled on the performance and all of those things, should people be concerned ahead of the Africa campaign, or these are, you highlighted it was preseason, or these are, we should view this and say, okay, the mistakes have emerged now. Hopefully they will not emerge in a more competitive, high-stakes encounter?
You'd have to take it in 2 ways. Those who think performance and results should have been better in this competition, so it gives the team total confidence as they approach the upcoming season. I think they are right, but I also believe 2 truths can exist or coexist. The other part is that this has exposed the flaws in the Kotoko team. Perhaps if they had exposed these flaws and then they had won, I think the win would have papered over these cracks in the team. But their failure to win means that there is much more focus on solving the issues that bedeviled them in the top 4 competition. Defensive lapses in concentration, defensive flaws, failure to concentrate. All these things are issues they need to sort out. And it's not just about their defensive inabilities. Also, it's about their issues going forward. More precisely about the decision-making in the final third, whether to pass or whether to shoot. And even if they are picking the final pass, how to get it right in a composed manner. All these are issues that were evident in Asante Kotoko's 3 games they played. So it allows for the technical team to work on it. As it stands, the only disturbing aspect is Zito has not been able to select his best 11. And all this period of preseason, going to South Africa, going to Cape Verde, if the coach is not certain on his best players to select for a game, it becomes a bit worrying. And the concern is that the players themselves do not know, and they feel that for those who have performed, they will feel that with all things that they've done, it still does not merit them starting. It becomes a bit problematic. So I think they have the ability to turn the situation around, whether turning the negative into positive and making sure that they learn from it. It is very crucial. And the onus lies on the technical team with support from the management. They should be in charge of a narrative now. If they allow the supporters to set the agenda, if they allow the supporters to have their say as it is, then I think the pressure will get to them and it would affect them. But if they're able to get to the supporters, communicate effectively to make them understand, although that they had a disappointing spell in the top 4, but it is not all hope lost, and that they've learned from it, they are willing to correct mistakes and all that. If they shape that narrative, if they take control of the situation, then I think they can turn the situation around. So it's about how the Kotoko management and the technical team use this moment to get to the fans, to get them to understand. If they feel that, trust me, the pressure from the fans will get to the team, and then it would affect everything that they are supposed to do. I, for one, think this is an opportunity for them to correct a lot of mistakes before they even play in the Ghana Premier League and even play in Africa. So I think they should seize the moment.
All right, Michael, thank you so much. Michael Asaibudu joining us from Sporty 91.3 in Kumasi. Let me go back to the line. Let's speak with Frimpong Manso, head coach of Bibiani Gold Stars and freshly minted winners of the GHALCA Top Four. Coach, good morning. Thank you so much for joining us. Congrats once again on winning the GHALCA Top Four.
Yeah, good morning, and then thank you.
Great. Your thoughts on your team's performance in the 3 matches they play. What did you make of the performance of the team as you watched them play those 3 games in the GHALCA Top Four?
Yeah, thank you. I think it's not been bad. At least we went unbeaten, and then we were able to score goals. Except that we also conceded about 3 goals, which was too high for us. But generally, I think I can see more positives than the negatives. So for me, I think I was okay with the performance at this point so far.
Great stuff. When you look at these games that you've played, 3 matches, the league will soon start. You have the CAF Champions League on your hands. How valuable would these 3 matches, or how valuable have these matches been for you as you get ready for the main season and all the added responsibilities?
Oh, it means a lot to me, because it would have been very difficult to get such quality games to play. Good opposition. Let's say it's about the second phase. The first phase, I think we had teams with the lower tier teams, which was good. And now we've moved to this Kotoko, Hearts, and then which are all good teams. So it was a very good test for us. And for me, I think we will have next week too. We'll have another game with Kotoko, which is also a quality game.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, I think going forward, before we get to our game against JSK, we might have had enough games which would help us a lot.
Finally, what would be your message to the fans? It's 2 trophies in a few months. First, the league. Now the top 4, you have Champion of Champions coming up. What would be your message to the fans ahead of a very, very important season for Bibiani Gold Stars?
Yes, I've always been telling them we couldn't have achieved this feat without them. They've been part of us all this while. They give us the support, and then we could see this time round. They don't yell mostly at players and then the technical team, because they are playing their role well. So for me, I think we'll also thank them that they are giving us such support.
Coach, thank you once again for speaking with us. Congrats on winning the GHALCA Top 4, and wish you the very best as you get ready for a lot more of your assignments in the coming season.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, that was head coach of Bibiani Gold Stars, Frimpong Manso, speaking there. .32, this is still the Sporty Breakfast on Sporty FM. Your comments are welcome. 054-257-1061, 054-257-1061. Remember, at 10:05, we debut our new league-specific show, Total English Football. It will start at 10:05, focusing on all the major points concerning English football that happened over the weekend. You can only get this on Sporty 106.1 FM. Before we move on to talk a bit about some women's football, let's take a quick break and take this announcement. When we come back, we go to Abidjan to talk a bit about police ladies and their adventures in the CAF Women's Champions League qualifiers.
Please, I'd like to buy an MTN SIM. Sure. Would you also like to register for IO Recharge with Care? They are the reason I'm buying a new SIM. They are always deducting my airtime. Oh, please let me have a look at your phone. Oh, madam, you don't buy enough credit. So IO only takes a small amount each time you top up. But if you add it all, it's still 12 Ghana cedis a month. Please try and read the messages IO sends. IO always tells you the amount deducted for your Recharge with Care policy. IO will never take more than your premium amount. Just make sure you have enough credit for full monthly deductions to stay covered and enjoy a life cover of 6,000 Ghana cedis and a hospital cover of 120 Ghana cedis per night. Oh, then I won't buy the SIM anymore. I'll buy more credits for a smooth deduction on my IO Recharge with Care to stay covered. T's and C's apply. Underwritten by Sunlum Alliance Life Insurance Ghana Limited. IO, because you care.
We there for you and your family.
All right, welcome back. It's 9:34. This is still the Sporty Breakfast on Sporty 106.1. Your comments are welcome on the number 054-257-1061, 054-257-1061. So just before I went on the break, I did announce that at 10:05 we'll debut a new league-specific show, Total English Football. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm delighted to announce that I have been joined by Yvonne Woyome. Yvonne, how are you doing?
I am super excited about our new show that's coming in the next 30 minutes.
I think next 20, 25 minutes?
Yes.
Probably.
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, Yvonne Woyome is joining me. She is the host of Total English Football, which debuts this morning on Sporty 106.1. What's this show all about? I can guess it's about English football, but what's it all about?
So, Sporty has been having like European nights. We cramp all the issues, but now for the biggest or the most patronized league in the world, we're dedicating mid-morning on Mondays just to entertain our fans, to run them through whatever happened in the English Premier League over the weekend, the talking points, of course, and also very, very candid opinions. We're going to keep it very honest, but we are not going to spare nobody. There are no agendas here. It's just light, so that anybody who wants to get acquainted with the English Premier League will do so.
Okay.
And so that's what. And I'm happy to announce there's a very special guest for the premiere of the show.
Wow, it's a very special guest.
Very special.
You won't tell us who it is?
Absolutely not. So you have to stay with us at 10:05 to find out who our guest will be.
So the show is airing every Monday?
Every Monday, 10:05 for the next hour, close around 11. It's open. You can share your comments, and of course, we allow you to call in.
I see.
Yes.
Wonderful. So, I mean, Yvonne will be hosting that. So every Monday, so after Sunday when everything happens, Monday morning we are here from 10:05 to talk a bit about English football. And you say you have a surprise. You won't tell us.
No, I'm not going to do that.
Because I want to know who the surprise, but you say you would, so people should tune in from 10:05 to find out. So typically so you'll be on.
Yeah.
Who else will be on the show with you, like on an average Monday, on a typical Monday?
Of course, favorite voices from the house, of course, guests as well. But it's just, known, and obviously the main idea is to have people who follow the league and watch the league and appreciate the league, so that they can be very passionate in their submissions on the league.
Wonderful. Yes. Yvonne, congrats on getting the show off the ground, and we all can't wait to hear you from 10:05 this morning on the debut episode of Total English Football, live and exclusive to Sporty 106.1. We'll see you in a bit.
Thank you for having me.
All right. So that was Yvonne Woyome. She will be hosting Total English Football from 10 a.m. It's 9:37. We'll be wrapping it up in a bit. We'll try and cross over to Côte d'Ivoire to speak with Abigail Sena Sosu. She is with the police ladies. She is a woman on the beat and she will be giving us some more updates there concerning the police ladies and just the wider picture from the WAFU B qualifiers for the CAF Women's Champions League. Abigail, how are you doing? Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. I'm very well, yourself.
Yes, we are fine. How is Yamoussoukro this morning? It looks bright and nice where you are.
Well, it's good. The weather is okay. Not sunny yet, but it's okay.
Wonderful. Abigail, just run us through proceedings yesterday. Police ladies lost by 2-1. You had the chance of seeing the game. How did things break down, or how did things play out, really, in terms of that game?
Well, yesterday I got a better understanding of training does not always translate into match days, because if you have followed police ladies keenly right from Ghana, even here in Ivory Coast, when they had to put finishing touches to their training, it was just the opposite of what happened yesterday. And if this were a kid going to maybe kindergarten for the first time or mounting the stage for the first time, we might have also said that the stage fright set in, because if you are coming to this stage for the very first time and you are playing against someone who's been here already, coming for the second time, and none other but the Nigerian side, that Ghana-Nigeria rivalry and conversation alone, for me at a point in time, looked like it took a toll on Tabasu and Bazigi's side. It was a little surprising the way the team started, and so you agree with Bazigi when he says at the post-match that it took time for the team to really settle in. And I thought that the positives was when I saw the new recruits, or the ladies that were on loan that had the chance to play. One in Sarah Nyakon, the lady in the 17 jersey, who gave her all. But for that defeat, for me, she was my lady of the match. She was the difference in both sides. And note that Bielsa didn't even start with their first string team. And so you get to see Blessing not even on the match day squad. They had their own issues and all of that. So if there's a second string Bielsa Queen's side that gave us this tough test, then it means that we really need to set up and make sure that we're able to go through Asco and Sam Nelly. It was a good game. They just took advantage of that wing play, especially Abidemi Moshood and Essian, who got those 2 goals. Was not even a part of this game, but she came off the bench very early in the first half, after 20 minutes, when their coach also realized that things were not really playing out for them. She came in and clearly showed that defense, that difference down the right flank for the Bielsa Queen. So it was not a good day at all, if you ask me, from what we've all seen from training grounds and all of that. It was not the best, but it's one of those days you get in football, not a best of starts for police ladies. You can pardon them because it's their first game on a stage like this, but I think that they should be able to sit back and then get some good results against Asco and then Sam Nelly. I stayed back to watch that game later at 6 p.m. and they inspire some confidence, especially Sam Nelly. They are physical, much more than Asco. Asco have been here all the 4 times, but they've not really been able to get a hold of the tournament. So they were at the losing side. Sam Nelly managed a 1-0 win over them. I'm looking aside because I can see Asco from where I am warming up. Recovering from that game yesterday and having their own conversations among themselves. I don't know if I can briefly turn for you to also have a look at them. Well, unfortunately, you can't see them, but they are here. They are looking at me, actually. So it tells you that they are also serious and trying to also get that revival after that loss. That game was very physical, much more than ours. And so it should tell you, Steve Bazigi, that we are going into face a side that will come very hard at us again. The team watched the first half of that Sam Nelly Asco game, so I'm sure the coaches or the technical team also saw what I am also talking about. So it is not all lost, but it's not looking too easy, because especially Sam Nelly have some strength that we really, really need to back up if we have to play that second game on 27th.
What have you picked up from the players? Is their first taste of such a competition at this level? Have they said anything on record, even off record? What conversations are they having after that opening day loss in the CAF Women's Champions League qualifiers to Bielsa Queens?
So I mentioned Sarah Nyakon of Dreams Ladies and Juliana Jachua as well. She also got the chance to start this game. Asana as well from Lady Strikers. She was also thrown in there to start that game. For them, it was more like an improvement of what they have done back at home. Given Yusuf Bazigi that thumbs up or the reason why he added them onto this team. But the general mood is not an inspiring one. The girls were really down. Their captain, Mary Burke, although she got that consolation, it was not just a happy woman. They thought things could have turned out differently, but the coaches are still talking to them. If you speak to Tabasu, it was a very difficult night. He himself has not slept, and some of the girls won't even sleep. The sleep is not even coming. They just can't understand how they let that game go in yesterday. So it's not really been all rosy, all smiles. I'm not really getting that vibe from them, but they'll get to have lunch, and then their recovery will be some swimming exercises and bonding later in the afternoon, and then I'm sure they'll be able to pick themselves up and then continue. For Yusuf Bazigi, he's not too worried because remember the first time he came with Hazakes Ladies, he literally played out this way. It was the same by also Queens. He lost to them in the first game, eventually met them in the final and won that slot out of them. So he is not too worried. He says that this does happen, but it depends on how the team will be able to regroup, put themselves together and play the last two games and then get those 6 results. Truthfully, Nathan, from where I sit and from what I saw, Asco and Sam Nelly shouldn't be too much of an order for Police Ladies. But then again, I am being a little cautious because I didn't see training translate into game day yesterday. And so I wouldn't give it all out to Police Ladies, hoping that whatever they continue in training will translate, especially against Sam Nelly, who might come in just too physical of the 3 sides.
Just find out, Abigail, what's the team's itinerary looking like between now and Wednesday when they play their next game?
Okay, so like I mentioned, today literally is a free day, so they get to decide what they want to do with it. And like I mentioned, Asco are here trying to recover and then have their own conversations and put their heads together. Later, we'll get into the team's hotel as well, and then I'm told after lunch, they'll have their recovery. They'll just be in the pool, have some little swimming exercise, talk among themselves, and then have their own tete-a-tete and see how they can write things. And then tomorrow, it will be that official training from the organizers of WAFU before we get into that game later on 27th. So nothing busy for them, just a little shake off lunch and then have that swimming and then just relax later in the evening and then move on tomorrow with that training.
All right, Abigail, thank you so much. We'll come back for more updates. Enjoy the day and all the best.
Thank you.
All right, that was Abigail Senasosu. She's a woman on the ground in Cote d'Ivoire with the Police Ladies team and covering the wider CAF Women's Champions League qualifiers for WAFU B. We wish the Police Ladies the very, 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 very best. We'll be wrapping it up in a bit, but the US Open started yesterday. Raducanu started off with
Why are you hyping this girl like that?
No, I'm not hyping her. I'm not. It's you know what? It's sometimes.
You know, so Nathan, the US Open, you know, interestingly, seems to favor a lot of the Americans. So since Open Era, we've seen the likes of Atahashi, we've seen Jimmy Connors, we've seen John McEnroe all win the US Open, okay? And then we'll bring it down to the 90s where Pete Sampras got in there. We saw Andre Agassi also win. We saw the likes of Andy Roddick also win the US Open. We've seen some Americans actually coming in terms of the men's singles. And we've seen, you know, a couple of Germans also get in there and also, you know, cause a bit of upset. But you remember Patrick Rafter, Australia.
Pat Rafter!
He actually, you know, stopped the American dominance between the early 90s. So 97, 98 thereabout, he actually came in and then won 2 of the US Opens to actually make sure the Americans didn't continue their dominance. But since then, we've seen the Russians, Marat Safin, we've seen Leighton Hewitt, another Australian, also, again, getting between Andre Agassi in terms of winning the US Open. Then, after Pete Sampras won in 2002 and Andy Roddick won in 2003, we saw Roger Federer win 5 in a row.
Swiss Express.
Yeah, so Federer won 5 in a row.
The Federer
Then
Express.
we saw Juan Martin Del Potro.
I remember, yeah.
Also coming with 1 win. Then we saw
When
Rafa
was this?
Nadal.
2009. 9, yeah.
Yes. So then we saw Rafa Nadal take over Djokovic, and Di Maria also came in 2012. Then it became Nadal, Cilic, Djokovic, Stan Wawrinka. Then we had the whole Djokovic, Nadal, Rafa era. Then Daniil Medvedev, who interestingly was kicked out yesterday, also won 1.
Yes.
So that's how it's been for the men's ATP. Now, when we talk about the men's ATP this year, the Americans have lots of players in there. So you look at the American roll call, and for some strange reason, the Americans don't have players that you can talk about as players who have dominated in recent times. So in the male category, the players they have in there this time: Taylor Fritz, we see that number 4, Ben Shelton, Francis Tiafoe, Tommy Paul, Brandon Nakashima, Alex Mickelson, Sebastian Korda, Marcos Giron, Riley Openka, Leonard Tien was kicked out yesterday. These are the names they have in there. In terms of, if you want to compare to that the era where you had the likes of Andre Agassi and Pete Sampras, they clearly don't have the men. So they can only hope that they can make an impact in this one. In the women's field, the women's WTA, again, we saw a lot of Americans also dominate right from the open era. Chris Evert was one of them. She won so many. The Tracy Austin as well. And it had always been the women. So Billie Jean King also came in, also won a couple in there. We saw American Martina Navratilova. Nathan, you know her?
Yeah, I know her.
Yeah, she also, in the 80s, we saw her do a bit of a thing. And then interestingly, we saw a German, Steffi Graf. She was one of my favorite players, actually. She also came in, did a bit. And then we saw Lindsay Davenport, Serena Williams, Venus Williams also dominating there. And then there was one Swiss, who I'm sure Nathan will remember,
Martina Hingis.
She also, came in there. Then we saw the Belgian Justin Henin. Then we saw the likes of Samantha Stosur of Australia. Kim Clijsters of Belgium.
Yeah,
all of them came in at a point, and then Serena kept on going. Serena. Then one Italian, who many say won it via fluke, Flavia Pennetta. She never really, got in there after, but she won 1 US Open, and then that was it. And then Sloane Stephens, who has since retired from the sport, came in. Then we saw Naomi Osaka, Bianca Andreescu, Naomi Osaka again, Emma Raducanu, and in the last 3 editions, we've seen Iga, we've seen Coco Gauff, we've seen Sabalenka. So the tennis players who have won the last 4, or let's say the last 5, from Naomi Osaka, Emma Raducanu, Iga Swiatek, Coco Gauff, Arina Sabalenka are in this year's competition. Now the Americans in there this time, you have Coco Gauff leading the charge for the Americans, world number 2, Jessica Pegula number 4, Amanda Anisimova, Madison Keys, Sophia Kenin, Danielle Collins, Emma Navarro, Peyton Stearns, all of them are in there, and they'll be hoping to actually fly high the flag of America. So the last time the American won the women's WTA was Coco Gauff. The last time an American won. So this time around, they are hoping to see another American actually win the competition. In the men's contest, I don't think those chances are realistic, but in the women's, there's a possibility that they can actually win. But Nathan, yesterday the competition started, and the big names in there, Novak Djokovic yesterday did a job over Leonard Tien. Brandon Nakashima also got over his opponent, De Jong, and then Marco Giron also won in there. You have Jordan Thompson, Carreno Busta, Thomas Mashak, Andre Manarino, Lehechka, all of them progressing to the next stage. Taylor Fritz has also progressed to the next stage of the competition, and we are expecting the contest to continue today. Yesterday was just day 1, and today we are expecting some interesting battles, some interesting games. But yesterday something happened. Daniil Medvedev and Bonzi. In the course of that match,
a photographer
was trying to leave early, and it got Medvedev upset. He was really upset because I think he felt it was a distraction, because at that time Bonzi was serving for the match. He was serving for match point. So he felt a bit distracted, especially after Bonzi missed the first step. So, it caused a bit of chaos, a bit of...
Eventually, Bonzi won. But the photographer was taken away. I hear his accreditation has been revoked. He's been kicked out of the competition. He's not been allowed to cover.
So what he did was actually unprofessional. You're supposed to stay, they don't want any movement on the court. Madrid also has been punished. He would have to pay some $100,000 and $50,000 in fines because of unsportsman conduct and racket infringement, all of those things. So today we are expecting some very nice games. Cameron Norrie will come up against Sebastian Korda, and then we'll also see João Fonseca come up against Ketmanovic, and then Jean-Elan Stroff would come up against McDonald Mackenzie. And Andre Rublev will also be in action today. Holger Rune would come up against Van de Zandschulp. All of those games will be happening today. And so today the big name, Cameron Norrie will be in action. Francis Tiafoe will be in action, and then we'll see how things pan out over there. In the women's contest as well, yesterday, we didn't really see a lot of the big players actually exit the competition. Sabalenka progressed to the next stage of the competition. Raducanu also did. Leila Fernandez, McNally, Jelena Ostapenko, all of them, Belinda Bencic, all of them actually, Victoria Azarenka, all of them progressed to the next stage of the competition. So we are expecting another interesting contest today in the women's WTA, because we are expecting to see the likes of Peyton Stearns, who the Americans are speaking a lot about. Venus Williams, who actually got a wild card, will come up against Muchova. And then Volinets, another American, would also be in action today. So, Nathan, because of time, we may have to get into the real discussion tomorrow. But Jessica Pegula is also through to the next stage. But the game everybody should watch out for is the game between Barbora Krejcikova and my good friend Mboku. Victoria Mboku. Okay. That game is happening today, and I'll bring you updates on that tomorrow.
All right. On that tennis note, we bounce out of the studio. Thank you so much for joining us. This has been the Sporty Breakfast. My name is Nathan Kwa. I did this with Raymond Yamado. Many shouts to my production team, Manuel Ayamga, Naneki Amankwa, and Angela. Shout out to my DJ Fidelis. Shout out to Fly Boy Nima helping us out on the stream. Shout out to the entire team, Immortal Kwame Jakwe Champo. Shout out to you, our listeners. Thank you so much for your calls and your messages. Thank you. We'll do it all over again tomorrow morning. Keep your dials locked on Sporty FM. There's the news at midday, Sporty Plug at 12:30, Sporty Drive at 4, and then there's Monday night Sporty later today with Kosi Fiaka and the gang. Remember that at 5 after 10, we debut our new league-specific show, Total English Football, with Yvonne Woyome and her surprise guest. She has a surprise guest coming on. So be part of that. If you love your English football, that is the show for you. My name is Nathan Kwa. This is how I wrap it up this morning on the Sporty Breakfast. Enjoy your day. Keep your dials locked on Sporty 106.1. We are the voice of sport. We'll catch you later.